Whitco Steel Products player of the game last night with 7 points and 3 rebounds. Buhler 7-2, ranked third in 4A. Will have all they can handle tonight with an undefeated South team coming off the SIT championship over the weekend. Lady Crusaders 3-7 after falling in the 5th place game at the SIT last Saturday. 33-29. Concordia came from behind to win it. Buhler led until late 4th quarter. They were up by as many as 8 in the first half. Emily Madison hit a 3 to stretch the lead to 10 with 6:32 to go in the 4th. That would be Buhler's final field goal in the game. And Concordia would end the game with a 13-0 run. 9 points at the free throw line in the 4th quarter. There were 20-plus fouls called on the Crusaders in that game. Buhler was plus 12 from beyond the arc, plus 9 at the free throw line in the rebound. Salina saying 30-28. What are you feeling about tonight, Christopher? I think both these games, if I'm being completely honest, could go either way. Could be, I think, anybody's game in both of them tonight, and I guess it's good to know you got a shot.
Yeah. I mean, when you really, think and look back at the Crusaders' loss to Concordia, that free throw deal is what really stands out. The fact that they shot over double the amount of free throws we did. And in a close ball game, I mean, that was really kind of the tail of the tape. Concordia got to the line more than we did down the stretch. And, yeah, it'll be fun to see since these teams did square off less than a week ago up at Salina on South's home floor. Just who's in the spot to win tonight.
And, of course, on the guys' side, so much talk at the SIT about the Andover Trojans and how good they were. And then Salina South goes and beats them. Of course, it was on their home floor, so that helps a little bit in their own tournament. But did it on the defensive end, quite honestly, and that was an impressive win.
Yeah, and I honestly, when you really look, and I don't know what Carson's thoughts are, but you look at that Andover game, the Crusaders blew through so much energy in that first half to get the lead. I don't know if Andover maybe, how much it took out of them to come back against us, that they maybe didn't have a lot in the tank left against South the next day.
Yeah, I agree, and you got to look at the game before. They played the night before, and the Crusaders had a really, really physical, rough game, and they ended up winning. The physical, rough game took a lot out of Max. He scored 30-plus, and then he has to come back, and he scores 30-plus in the first half. And we've seen Coach Swanson talk about legs and how much that affects your shot, and the game plan from Circle coming out to face guarding him, it ticks off a player when stuff isn't going their way and they're getting face guarded and nothing's happening for them. So, yeah, a little bit to Andover, a little bit to the physicalness of Wichita South. So I think we have a day in between these, or not a day. We had a day in between Circle and the last SIT game, and I think Max came out. And when we saw Circle play man defense, he took over the game.
Yeah, this is the first of 5 home games in the second half of the schedule. And 6 straight weeks of Tuesday, Friday action heading into Sub-State's home tonight. And then we head to Heston to take on the Swathers in non-league play on Friday. A lot of tournaments still being played around the state as girls tournament week going on. So just a few boys games we'll look at coming up in the league schedule tonight. But we talked about it for seeding purposes, every win, every loss from now to the end of the season, they'll begin to really add up and kind of determine where you're going to be. And I think as we go into Sub-State, obviously, if you can be that higher seed, that really helps. But then on in, if you have aspirations of getting to the state tournament, really want to be in that upper 6.
Yeah, because if you are going, say you qualify for the state tournament, if you're in that bottom 4, you're going to be heading on the road, and getting another home game after Sub-State is going to be huge for those teams. And like you said, if you have aspirations of going all the way to the state title game, you want to make it be as smooth and as easy as a path as possible. And so racking up the wins now, it'll pay off come late February and early March.
You know, I felt like both our teams did a lot of growing in the SIT. Maybe things didn't go completely like they wanted them to, but now we're getting into the part of the season when you got to start playing some of your best basketball. You got to know your team pretty well, which is funny since the guys haven't played half their games yet. But I felt like both teams grew some in that SIT, and in particular some individual players, whether it's Hayden Keller on the guys' side or Alex or maybe Taryn Horning on the girls' side. So I'm very interested to watch and see how they continue to develop.
Well, every team every year has to be reborn. I mean, Carson, you know that in every sport, because you know, you have those seniors that they move on, and so then, okay, we got to plug in these new players. Maybe they're young kids that are now moving up to varsity for the first time. Maybe they're an older kid who's been on JV forever. But every year you kind of have to have your team be reborn. And the thing I feel like both with the boys and the girls for Buhler, we're at that point now where you can really see them starting to mesh, where you can see people know their roles, you know, and but then you kind of get the wrenches thrown in there with like Tayden Hawkinson getting hurt, and tonight Lauren not being available. So you kind of get to that point where, okay, we finally start figuring out roles, but that's always kind of a moving target due to the fact of injuries and just in this year of COVID. But yeah, it'll be interesting to kind of just see how the kids continue to mesh.
And you end up with Carson Muller at starting center. So
oh goodness. Well, yeah, Chris, what you were saying, you look at this girls team last year, they were all seniors, and those seniors had played 4 years in a row, and they'd endured everything. They had two coaches, had coaching change their sophomore year, and so you lose that. And we talked to Emily game 3 or game 4, and she's like, this is, I'm still used to being the young one on the team. I'm not used to this senior leadership. And so we've seen that more from her and Alex and Mallory and Lauren. And so you're right, they are starting to mesh more and more and more. The wrench is thrown in tonight, and that's losing Lauren, but it's going to be impressive. UT has stepped up her game throughout this year, and she got better during the SIT, and so hopefully she can jump right in and the Crusaders can get this offense rolling and leave home with a dub.
And you heard the guys mention about Lauren Specht, our Man White and Rice injury attorneys update. Helping people is their passion, serving their clients with trusted legal advice online at manwhiteattorneys.legal. Lauren Specht is in quarantine from COVID exposure, and so she is not available tonight, and I would guess not on Friday as well. And so Abby Utsi will be in the starting lineup. The 5'8 junior for the first time off the bench has been averaging 4 points and 3 rebounds. Coach alluded to the fact that Tayden Hawkinson may or may not be available tonight to play, and so we'll find out later on in the guys' game what the situation is there. Certainly want to get him as healthy as they can. Crusader basketball brought to you in part by Fee Insurance, by Jackson Meat, by Dix Phillips 66, Sunflower Electric Supply, and H&R Block. We mentioned Abby Utsi getting her first career start tonight. She will be the subject of our player profile next here on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
The Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Visit Midway Motors on 30th Street in Hutchinson or online at midwaymotors.com. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Man Wyatt and Rice Personal Injury Law Firm is celebrating 20 years of helping victims recover their health and lives after a serious accident. Serving Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Colorado, our success stems from valuing people over profits. We look forward to another 20 years of fighting for victims' rights. Man Wyatt and Rice attorneys and staff wish Buhler athletes the best of luck this season. Man Wyatt and Rice, trusted, experienced, compassionate.
First National Bank is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. We have an experienced staff prepared to provide you with a variety of banking solutions. Please visit our website, fnbhutch.bank. That's fnbhutch.bank for more information. First National Bank of Hutchinson, we're first for you.
Visit one of the First's 5 convenient locations in Hutchinson, including inside Dillon's Marketplace. First National Bank of Hutchinson, member FDIC.
And welcome back on our Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Time for tonight's First National Travel Player Profile. At First National Travel, assure your next perfect vacation online at fnta.net. Aaron West here with Abby Utsi. Abby, let's talk a little bit about things for you. Obviously a chance to get a lot of playing time on varsity this year, and how that's been going for you.
It's been going good. It's a lot different than last year because I played a lot of JV. I mean, I suited up, but it's been a different experience, but it's been fun.
What would you say has been that big adjustment going from JV to playing at the speed of varsity?
Just the speed of the game has just been really different, but yeah, I don't know. It's more fun, more exciting, I guess.
Pretty physical down low in some of these matchups. Get a chance to start for the first time tonight. How are you approaching that?
I'm nervous about it, to be honest, but I'm excited.
You guys have had some moments where you've been able to do some nice things and be successful, and working on that consistency. What are some things that you're working on as you try to grow your game and get better?
Definitely just shooting more and knowing like where I'm supposed to be at all times and remembering plays and stuff. I guess just being more involved in the game overall.
Sure. What would you, if you were to describe your approach to the game as kind of when you're on the floor, what's your mindset?
Like to be like more aggressive, maybe.
Okay. All right. So last question, if we get to know Abby Utsi a little bit off the basketball floor, when you're not playing basketball, what do you what do you enjoy doing?
Well, I'm very involved. I'm in FFA and Buhler Singers, so that takes up a lot of my other time. And I like to be with friends and family a lot, so that's mostly where I spend my time. But
all right, kiddo. Well, we appreciate you. Good luck tonight, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that is Abby Utsi and our player profile, and we're back with more right after this.
At Dick's Phillips 66, our family has kept motorists on the road for nearly 60 years. Hi, this is Janet Dick, inviting you to stop by our locally owned station at 1215 East 4th in Hutch. Dick's offers top-tier gasoline, grab-and-go food options, and friendly service. Wherever you're headed, every journey begins with a stop at Dick's Phillips 66, 4th and Stevens in Hutch.
Yoder Meats is way more than just meat, but if you're looking for grain-fed, locally raised, antibiotic-free, and no hormone-added beef, Yoder Meats is the place. Feed the family with your choice of bundles or smaller butcher bags designed with a variety of meats to fit your needs. They have exotic meats too, and a wide variety of delicious cheeses, baked goods, groceries, specialty candies, gift items, and even products for your pet. Get it all at Yoder Meats in Yoder, open 10 to 6 Monday through Saturday. Find specials at yodermeatsks.com.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
And back here on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game, Crusader Basketball brought to you by the Mid-Kansas Credit Union, by Newfelt's Flooring, Hutchinson Community College, by First National Bank, and by Man Wyatt and Rice. So Buhler 3-7, and they have played South once previous this year in the opening round of the SIT, lost 30-28. Fellas, two stats that really stand out in that game. The 28 turnovers, a season high for the Crusaders, and then the fact that they were outscored by 15 from beyond the three-point line. So obviously, right away, if you're looking at keys, you got to take better care of the basketball. They've got to figure out that pressure, and then they've got to find some way to neutralize that outside game of South.
Well, you really called it before last game against South, Aaron, where you talked about that South lives and dies by the tray. And unfortunately, when they played the Crusaders Thursday of last week, the tray balls were falling in. But, yeah, Buhler, you know, you think about the games that we won in the SIT and the game that we barely lost. In both those games, it was a half-court game. They didn't throw full-court pressure. So you know South is going to come out, throw that full-court pressure or three-quarter court pressure. The Crusaders are going to have to take care of the basketball and get those turnovers to 15 or less tonight.
And Carson, you really thought that, you know, obviously not having Lauren inside as a banger and a rebounder. We out-rebounded them by 7 in that first meeting. I'm interested to see how Coach, whether she'll go some zone tonight. Harder to rebound in that zone, obviously, but Abby Utsi and Emmy Stallman off the bench really going to have to step up.
Yeah, definitely, and it'll be interesting to see with Specked out And Mallory and Alex, normally the two other taller players on the court. Alex is more of a 3-4 type player. Abby is a 3-4 player as well, with Lizzie Franco only listed as 5'7". It'll be interesting to see if she leans toward more guard rotation to match this faster South team and see if she can just try and outrun this South team.
Franco, good rebounder. South now 4-7. They went 1-2, 2-1, excuse me, in the SIT last week. Lost in the semifinals to Liberal, then came back and beat Andover 45-35. Kylie Arnold hit 16 points, 4 of 5 from beyond the arc in that game. And it's really not one player for South that will shoot. It's everybody on the floor has the green light to shoot.
Yeah, they will fire those trays. And a big thing that South did well against Buhler, unfortunately, was it seemed like they rebounded offensively pretty well. And so Buhler's got to, if they're going to fire those trays, we've got to limit them to one shot and punish them. You know, punish a team. There's really no incentive for South to stop throwing the threes up.
And South got above 40 points this season for just the third time in their last game against Andover. So it's been feast or famine for them. Either those outside shots have been there or they've not been there. And on nights when they're not there, they really have trouble winning. So. Yeah,
and South is a hot team. I mean, when you look, they've won 4 out of their last 5. I mean, so their wins have come in these last 5 games. So, but the one thing that Buhler did do an excellent job, I mean, holding South last go round into the 30s. You know, we saw that in the tournament. If Buhler can hold an opponent into the 30s, that makes the path to victory much more attainable.
Yeah, and more than likely the Crusaders will be going zone tonight, so the closeout game is going to be big for the Crusaders. Salina South is able to skip passes and get it around to the open look. It'll be interesting to see how our players down low and up high are able to close out on the Salina South three-point shooters.
All right, coming up, we'll check in with our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard, what's happening around the league tonight, starting lineups, and the tip-off of our Lady Crusader game just moments away here on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
The Midway Motors Drive to the Game on HKFM. We're just moments away from Lady Crusader basketball. Stream tonight's game live on your smartphone or tablet with the Ad Astra Radio app, powered by Nextech Wireless.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dal Hunt with Buhler Dental Care. At Buhler Dental Care, we have great registered
snacks and spirit, and we needed a car that could do more than transport us. It needed to participate with us. Midway Motors helped us find the winning ride from pre-gaming to post-game celebrations and everything in between. Midway Motors, for every mile of life. Find your game day car at midwaymotors.com.
Do you bleed maroon and white? Do you want to help the students of BHS in their extracurricular activities? The Buhler High Booster Club helps support hundreds of students each year. To join, stop by the Buhler Closet at any home game or email BuhlerBoosterClub@gmail.com.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
And we'll keep you updated on what's happening elsewhere in the league tonight in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard, from regular teeth cleanings to advanced periodontal work. Your hometown dentist, Buhler Dental Care, 150. Crusader Athletics coming up this week. Our bowlers will be at Andale on host Andale actually on Thursday at the Alley in Hutch. And then wrestling has a duel here at home Thursday night against Winfield. And you can find live streaming of that here on the Crusader Sports Network. We'll get you updates on how swimming did last night throughout our broadcast, as well as other scores. And a big congratulations to golfer Carly Wiggins today, who signed to play golf next year with Fort Scott Community College. Pretty cool stuff. We're back with the starters and the tip next on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
This has been the Midway Motors Drive to the Game on HKFM. The HCU Investment and Insurance Services starting lineups and tonight's opening tip are next. You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Shop at Jackson Meat this Valentine's Day and win them over with our heart-shaped ribeyes and fresh bacon wrap fillets. Gift cards and custom-made gift boxes are great gifts for the meat lover in your life. Come shop fresh, friendly, and local at Jackson Meat in Hutchinson.
The Hutchinson Medicine Shop carries some exciting products made by local companies that can change your life. Afia Plus, made by Hyatt Life Sciences of Sterling, Kansas, is a product that may tangibly improve your health. It was originally geared toward cancer patients, but the benefits of wellness to healthy patients are substantial. Free radicals that play havoc with cellular function are reduced by Afia Plus. Benefits of glucose health, cholesterol levels, and prostate health are noted as well. Come by the Medicine Shop and pick up your bottle of Afia Plus. The Medicine Shop in Midtown Hutch.
Hi, this is Cliff Ray with Ray & Sons Roofing Company, and today I brought our 4-year-old grandson, Brogan. Brogan, did you know Ray & Sons Roofing is 80 years old this year? Do you know what that means?
No, Papa.
It means we have a lot of experience. Brogan, did you know we have been the best of the best every year? You know what that means?
What, Papa?
People trust us, and that's a very good thing. For a free inspection or estimate, go to rayandsons.com.
Roof the right way, the right way.
Rise Up Reno and Chief Hooper want to remind you about the importance of prevention.
You know, when kids or when families get involved in drugs, one of the things, unfortunately, that we see in law enforcement is that lots of times that behavior or the consequences of being involved in drugs leads to criminal behavior in our community.
Stand up for our community. Prevention matters. Rise up, Reno.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
And welcome back here to Jim Baker Fieldhouse as we meet tonight's HCU Investment and Insurance Services starting lineups for the South Cougars at 4 and 7. Division 1 of the ABCTL, coached by Ryan Stewart. The 5'3" sophomore, number 2, Acacia Weish, averaging 6 points and 5 rebounds again to go along with 3 assists. The 5'5" junior, number 5, Sydney Peterson, averages 6 points, 2.5 rebounds. The 5'4" junior, number 10, Kylie Arnold, 8 points, 4 boards. The 5'2" junior, number 11, Mariah Yanda, averaging 2 points, 2.5 rebounds. And the 5'7" senior, number 14, Lizzie Franco, averaging 5 points and 4 boards. Weiss, Peterson, Arnold, Yanda, and Franco for the South Cougars, who averaged 34 points a game. Buhler at 3 and 7, 2 and 3 in Division 3 of the AVCTL under head coach Sierra Mitchell-Stetter. They'll start like this: a 5'4" senior, number 2, Emily Madison, Emily averaging 4 points and 2 assists. A 5'1" sophomore, number 5, Taryn Horning, averaging 4 points, 2 rebounds. A 5'9" senior, number 23, Mallory Hainan, averaging 5 points, 5 rebounds. First start for a 5'8" junior, number 25, Abby Utsi, averaging 4 points, 3 boards. And a 5'9" senior, number 33, Alex Hutton, averaging 2 points and 5 rebounds. Madison, Horning, Hainan, Utsi, and Hutton. The Crusaders averaging 31 points a game. It'll be south ball to our right, underway with Crusader basketball here on KWHK Hutchinson and the Crusader Sports Network. Here's a 3, missed, far side by Carly Arnold, and a rebound for the Crusaders.
Crusaders come out in the 2-3 zone.
Buhler in their home whites tonight, maroon trim, silver lettering. It'll be the Green Road uniforms, white and gold trim, white lettering for the South Cougars. Buhler with a chance on offense for the first time. Here is Utsi out high against a man-to-man for the South Cougars. Taryn Horning Off the dribble, pops up top to Hutton. And there's a pass picked off by Acacia Weiss. Layup good on the other end. And a little bit of what South will do with those guards, in particular Weiss and Arnold, really like to get out and play the passing lanes.
And here's a great thing. The Crusaders just broke through the South press and get a shot at the other end. Hutton.
Missed inside by Emily Madison. Hutton tried for the rebound and not able to grab onto it. It is 2-0 South. And the Cougars pull it down the other way. Arnold works it in the near corner. Down to the right elbow to Franco. Underneath to Arnold. Pass in the corner to Sydney Peterson. Peterson through the legs of Franco in the pass. Picked up right side circle by Arnold. 6:27 to play, opening period. And a 2-0 South lead. Here is Weiss up high, guarded by Madison. Peter opening in that 2-3 zone. And South trying to find the open shooter. Ball deflected by Yutzi off her fingertips. Saved far side by South. Peterson's got it far side. Weiss, she'll launch a three. Short. Rebound of the mid lane, pulled down by Mariah Yanda. And the Cougars will have a second try on this offensive possession. Their second offensive board already here in the opening period. Here's a drive by Peterson. Shot blocked by Mallory Hainan.
Great block by Mallory. Those active hands are going to be big tonight with Specked out. She's going to have to do a lot of the rim protecting.
Wow. Here comes Madison the other way. Switches baseline to Hainan up top, you'd see. Far side circle to Alexis Hutton. Hutton works it inside. Hainan with her back to the bucket. Turnaround shot short. Rebound inside, pulled down by Lizzie Franco. Good look. A little short for Mallory. And the South Cougars the other way, right corner. Yanda with the ball. Off to the right wing to Weiss. She'll dribble up top with the left hand. Weiss feeds it far side to Peterson. Mid lane to Yanda. 5:10 to play in the first. Still 2-0 South. Here is Weiss with it. Up top, Peterson drives. And a shot deflected again by Hainan. Ball loose, taken by South.
Great job by Mallory, altering shots, playing that middle spot down low in the bottom of the 2-3.
Now Weiss, and another block this time by Hutton. And a ball taken by Alex. The other way, layup missed, but a foul. That'll be on Sydney Peterson. It'll be the first on Peterson. First team foul on the South Cougars. It'll put Alexis Hutton at the line for two. Alex just 23% in the first 10 games this season. 2-0 game, 4:45 to play, opening period.
See if Alex can tie this bad boy up.
First at the line by Hutton is off and no good.
What's interesting, a lot of times people assume, well, in a zone, it's a lazy defense. There's not a lot of activity. I mean, good to see the Crusaders getting a steal out of the 2-3, and it really just packing that lane. It makes it difficult for teams to get that dribble drive.
Elena Herbal, 5'5" sophomore guard. Calissa Hamill, 5'3" junior. Check into the ballgame for South as Hutton misses 2 free throws at the line. And a rebound for the Cougars. South 3 launched and a hit by Calissa Hamill.
Hamill with the first tray of the evening.
So a 5-0 start. Buhler against the full court press. Here is Taryn Horning dribbling through traffic. Taryn with the left hand pushes it.
Good to see the ladies make short work of that press.
Near side circle, Madison, corner to Horning, who answers with a 3.
Great tray by Taryn to cut it back to a one-shot game.
5-3 South by 2. 4:02 to play here in the first quarter. Cougars with the ball, dribbling in the mid lane. Herbal out of the right wing to Arnold. Ball deflected down low by Hutton, out of bounds. It'll be South ball.
Yeah, South got the post entry pass to the high post, and that's one of the weaknesses of the 2-3. You can never let a pass or a dribble go between those top 2 guards.
Acacia Weiss to play it in off the right baseline up top. Kylie Arnold drives into the mid lane, kind of stuck in there, nearly traveled with it. Plays it off near side circle to Weiss. Far side Hamill. They'll fling it right side. Weiss for 3, rim long, rebound inside, fought for, loose on the deck. And out of a scrum with it comes Kylie Arnold. She was swallowed up in there.
I don't know how she came up with it. I couldn't see behind the official, and all of a sudden she had it.
Dribbled out of, 3 Crusaders with a basketball. Now the ball mishandled down low by Franco. She's able to save it. Floater in the lane, well short. Rebound put back missed by Franco. Well, early on, my goodness, South crashing the boards, 3 up top, and that is hit. Calissa Hamill after 3 offensive rebounds for South.
Yeah, that was just a possession that would never end, it seemed like.
5-point game again. Here's Hainan across the timeline, off to Madison. Amy switches baseline jumper. Utsi missed. Rebound tapped about, taken by Madison. Shot blocked in the lane as Franco got a hand on it. And taken away by the Cougars.
Yeah, pass inside attempted there by Herbal.
But I think early on, Buhler's done a great job defensively in the initial shot attempt for South, but they've got to rebound the basketball.
Yeah, and Buhler, thankfully this game, they've limited South to just 1 run out. That was something that basically they scored on fast breaks and 3s last time.
Lizzie Franco missed the shot. Hainan with a rebound. She has it swatted out of her hand, out of bounds. Substitutions here as Marin Lackey, 5'5" junior guard, in off the bench for the Crusaders, along with the freshman big, Emmy Stallman. Sydney Peterson is back in the lineup for the South Cougars. 8-3 South. Here is Horning with the ball. Dribbling right and then left. Spins across the timeline. Far side circle to Alex Hutton. Here's Hainan from the left elbow. Far corner. And a 3 missed by Taryn Horning. Rebound for Marin Lackey. Lackey stuck in traffic. Ball poked away by Peterson, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Crusaders as Mariah Yanda returns. And out goes Lizzie Franco. It is Horning, Lackey, Hutton, Stallman, and Hainan on the floor for the Crusaders. Marin Lackey to play it in. Far side circle to Taryn Horning. South stays in their man. And there's the active hands of Sydney Peterson, who swats the ball away from Taryn Horning.
Yeah, Peterson was one of those players. Last time we played him, really stood out both ends of the floor, her effort.
Alex has got the ball. Inbounds, and Acacia Weiss touched it.
While she was out of bounds.
Official said she was out of bounds while she touched it, so they'll replay the inbound. There's Hainan. Spins away from Yanda. Left elbow jumper is good.
Good to see Hainan getting involved in the scoring. Gets it back to a 3-point game.
8-5 our score on the Mallory Hainan jumper. 1:51 to go. Opening period. Sydney Peterson out top to Weiss against the zone. Far side circle to Calissa Hamill. Now a steal. Alex Hutton. Layup on the other end is good.
Second steal for Hutton on the far or near wing. She gets a lay-in try this time to pull within 1.
1-point game. It's a 4-0 Crusader run. First bucket of the night for Alex. Here is Peterson inside, trying to wrap it around the defender to Herbal. And the ball loose on the deck, and Buhler will have it on the arrow. A jump ball called. Substitutions here. Utsi back in for Buhler. Here's Kaylin Seeley for the first time, a 5'8" sophomore guard. And returning Kylie Arnold for South. Well, now interesting for Buhler to see, without Hutton and Hainan in the game, how they handle South defensively, as Marin Lackey's going to be whistled for traveling.
Well, because Hainan has just been a shot blocking machine here tonight, and Hutton's been so active. I mean, she's been basically this side of the floor. She's gotten 2 steals, so yeah, the other ladies are going to have to step up here defensively.
8-7, South by 1, 1:09 to play in the quarter. Here's a drive by Kylie Arnold. Kicks it far corner. Yanda for 3, missed. Rebound Taryn Horning in the mid lane, and then knocked away. Kylie Arnold got a hand on it, but then Seeley steals it back. They're going to call a tie-up. Seeley and Calissa Hamill. And the arrow this time will go to the South Cougars. South up by 1. Only 2 buckets.
3 turnovers apiece for both squads.
3 buckets, 2 by Hamill, 1 by Weiss in this game so far. 46 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's another 3 launched, missed by Sydney Peterson. Rebound Kaylin Seeley. Buhler through traffic. Horning into front court. Around the defender. Pulls up at the foul line. Missed the shot, but is fouled from behind by Sydney Peterson. And that'll put the sophomore at the line as Peterson picks up her 2nd personal foul.
She's the only player for either squad with a foul, and she's got 2.
So Taryn Horning at the line where she shoots 75%. First free throw off the right side iron. Buhler is a team at 55% on the season. Acacia Weiss returning for the South Cougars. Out goes Peterson. Horning one more to tie at 33.9 on the clock. First quarter. Missed it short. Weiss in the lane with a rebound. Buhler 0 of 4 at the stripe here in the first quarter. Here is Hamill with it. Off to Arnold. Right side back to Hamill. Up top Weiss. 19 on the clock here in the first against the 2-3 zone. Hamill back to Weiss. Buhler down 1. Right side of the floor. Weiss has got it. Far side Arnold. Backdoor pass too long for Hamill. She's able to pull it down. Save it to Weiss. Jumper missed. And that'll get us to the end of the first and a 1-point game. 8-7 our score. Salina South by 1 after 1 here from Jim Baker. You're listening to Crusader Basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Your experts in design and installation of carpet, tile, wood, and vinyl floor covering. Proudly sponsoring Buhler High School activities, Neufeld's Flooring in downtown Buhler.
From their beginnings in 1989, Wifco Steel Products has grown to be the premier supplier of storage tank hardware in the U.S. and Canada, and they're still growing. Apply today at wifcosp.com. Wifco Steel Products, the experts in steel fabrication.
As your community bank, Prairie Bank of Kansas is always looking for ways to make banking more convenient, like e-statements. Eliminate the need to file your monthly statements. Now you can be notified the moment your statement is available and easily access it online. Sign up for e-statements online at prairiebankks.com or visit one of our locations in Stafford, Buhler, Inman, or Hutchinson. Prairie Bank of Kansas. How banking should be.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
And we're live tonight from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hutch. Online at allensamuelshutch.com. It'll be Buhler ball to start the second period here from Jim Baker. 8-7 our score. South by 1. They led by as many as 5 in the first. 4-0 Buhler run currently. Madison back on the floor along with Seeley, Utsi, Stallman. And out there as well is Paige McDowell, the 5'6" junior guard, as a pass inside picked off for South. Cougars the other way. Far side, Calissa Hamill. But they're really making a conscious effort at running Hamill off the three-point line. Inside, Franco traveled with the basketball, plays it out to Hamill for 3, missed. Rebound, Paige McDowell, knocked away by Weiss. Officials missed a walk in the lane that time by Lizzie Franco.
Yeah, and it will be off one of the South Lady Cougars, so it'll be Buhler ball. And Buhler has yet to turn it over against the press. I tell you what, that really impresses me, fellas. The press ate our lunch last go around, and we're cutting through it well tonight.
McDowell has it left side, up top to Emmy Stallman. Far side, Seeley pulls it away from Hamill. Out front to Abby Utsi, getting her first start tonight. Here is Seeley off a dribble drive inside, a floater short, rebound underneath, pulled down by Franco.
We'll take that all day long.
Whoa,
holy
she
cow.
threw it out of bounds.
Franco threw it out of bounds. There wasn't a Crusader anywhere near the ball. We need to go to the monitors. Mr. Schmidt, get the monitor ready.
South Cougars are going to have it. Hamill, hard pass, low to Franco, inside, ball stolen away by Seeley. Here comes Utsi, up the floor with the right hand, and fouled.
And Abby getting to the rim at the other end, and I tell you what, this is at least the 3rd or 4th time the Crusaders have got a run-out try tonight.
Sydney Peterson returning for South. Calissa Hamill will go out. Here's Alex Hutton in, and Kaylin Seeley out for the Crusaders. Alex will play it in off the left block. That foul, the first on Kylie Arnold. Here's Hutton, turn around in the mid lane, and she is fouled. Well, see if Buhler can take advantage of some free throw tries here. They're 0 of 4 in the early going.
And that foul is on Kylie Arnold. She was their leading scorer against us Thursday. Good to see her getting the second knock.
First free throw in and out, no good. Crusader basketball brought to you in part by Midwest Iron and Metal, by Wade Patent Insurance, by the Medicine Shop, by Apex Shears, and by Ray & Sons Roofing. Finally, they get a free throw to go in, and it ties the game at 8. Evened up on a 5-0 Buhler run. South the other way. 2 trays from the outside, both by Calissa Hamill. She's on the bench. Here's Franco inside. Missed the bucket. Rebound tapped him out, taken by Alex Hutton.
Third board of the evening for Alex.
And here comes Paige McDowell the other way. McDowell into front court, plays it far side to Hutton. Hutton takes Arnold off the dribble, off to McDowell. Up top, Madison. 6:08 to go in the first half. Amy plays it low to McDowell. McDowell to the bucket, missed the shot, gets her own rebound, poked away, taken by South. Good defense down low by Elena Herbal. And Madison trying to pick off a pass the other way, commits a foul on Acacia Weiss.
Be the first foul of the evening on the Lady Crusaders.
Yeah, and checking in for the Lady Crusaders is number 20 tonight, Eva Combs.
Her first varsity experience, I do believe.
Yeah, Eva Combs has not been in a game this year. Just a freshman at 5'3".
Doing a nice job at the top of the 2-3 so far.
Right side 3 missed by Kylie Arnold. That foul on Madison, by the way, was her first. Now a takeaway by Hainan after the missed shot.
That's Elise Hainan's third or fourth block of the night already.
8-8 score. Madison dribbling through traffic. Dish to Hainan for 2, and Buhler has the lead.
Madison.
Unbelievable
for Amy Madison.
The slash and the dash there as she dumps it off. What a cut by Madison, and what a great pass to give the Crusaders their first lead of the night.
7-0 lead, 7-0 run, 10-8 lead. Back in 30 seconds on HKFM of the Crusaders Sports Network.
Remar, and I'm President and Chief Operating Officer at the Cosmosphere. Working with Phoenix Restoration was great. They were quick to respond. They were reliable. They really went out of their way to accommodate us and to do what they could to help keep our operation going while they were in there addressing the problem. As far as we're concerned, they're the best in the business.
Reno County's only locally owned fire and water restoration company is Phoenix Restoration. They'll help you rise again after your disaster. Online at phoenixrestoration.com.
Just like Hutch has been synonymous with salt dating back to its discovery here in 1887, Cargill is synonymous with salt. Cargill Salt of Hutch. Proud to support the schools of Reno County. Collaborate, create, succeed. Cargill Salt of Hutchinson.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
10-8 Buhler up by 2. It is a 7-0 Crusader run. Just 3 buckets in the game so far for the South Cougars. Mallory Hainan now with 4 points to lead Buhler. Out of the timeout, Hutton, Madison, Utsi, Combs, and Hainan. Here is Acacia Weiss.
Buhler comes out of the timeout with the man-to-man.
And Combs nearly picked off a pass to Arnold on the right wing. What a moment for the freshman, huh? Welcome to the big leagues.
Yeah, speed's a little bit quicker than a freshman or JV game.
Weiss far side to Peterson. Off on that left wing. Now top. Shot missed by Kylie Arnold. Rebound loose, taken by Combs. Here comes Ava. And trying to pass up the floor to Hutton that is deflected from behind. It'll stay with the Cougars. Check that, stay with Buhler on their end of the floor.
Timeout situation. Both teams knotted up with turnovers, 4 apiece.
Here's Alex out high, far side Hainan. 4:42 to go in the half. Madison watches from 3, missed. Rebound Hutton. Oh no, they're going to say she pushed off.
So that'll be Alex's first foul of the evening, just the second on the Lady Crusaders. But
I love Alex's response there. She turned around away from the official, smile on her face, and she said, "What?"
At least she didn't say it to the official.
She did not. So Buhler with its 5th turnover. Cougars have it in the half court. And here's a drive that's got to be traveling on Sydney Peterson.
And that was last possession for the Cougars. That was their favorite set play, do that double screen and let an open three. So we'll see that more from them.
And Buhler jumping back into the 2-3.
Eva Combs has her pass picked off by Kylie Arnold in the full court press. Shot missed inside by Arnold, taken away by Hutton. Here comes Madison across the floor. Plays it off. Utsi baseline jumper missed. Rebound Haynen inside. Somehow didn't travel with it. I don't know how.
We will take that blessing.
Combs jumper missed. Back iron rebound. Put back Combs missed. Rebound Acacia Weiss. South the other way. Far side circle. Peterson will be fouled. I think that's going to be 2 on Alex Hutton.
Yeah, so Alex.
Alex has got to know that they need her on the floor.
Yes, and so Alex might be done for the half with that second foul.
Hutton and Combs come out. Seeley and Horning will return. 3:45 left, 10-8. 3 up top, Weiss missed, back iron. 3 Cougars in the lane for the rebound and a foul from behind. Lizzie Franco goes to the deck.
They're going to get Seeley for the foul. I thought they were going to call it on Horning because she was kind of the one that took the big swipe.
That'll be the first on Kaylin Seeley, 4th team foul. Cougars inbounds. Weiss near side circle, crosses over left to right. They'll play it baseline, and the ball poked free, looking for Yanda. Off a Crusader, they say, out of bounds.
Yeah, nice job by Madison and Seeley, or excuse me, Madison and Horning doing a nice job at the top of the 2-3.
So Weiss right of the basket will play it in. Up top to Yanda. 3 ball, misses back iron, long rebound to the far corner to Emily Madison.
Great job by the Crusaders, crashing the defensive glass tonight.
Hammy off to Utsi. Utsi driving hard inside, trying to force it to Haynen. Ball knocked loose, saved by the Crusaders. Haynen has it back, plays it off to Madison. Horning far side, in the right corner to Utsi. Long 2, yes!
Abby looked to pass inside. The defender kind of pulled back a little bit, and she said, what the heck, let's take it, and she did just that.
It is now a 9-0 Crusader run, up 12-8, 2:47 to go in the half. 3 missed by Calissa Hamill. Rebound Seeley inside. Here comes Madison, behind the back dribble across the timeline, right to left. Down low Horning. Taryn through traffic, off to Seeley in the left corner. Seeley up top, Utsi. Utsi, far side Horning. Horning dribbling around the defender, pulls up in the lane, missed the shot. Off back iron, rebound Cougars.
Really impressed by Horning's quickness that last time offensively, even though she didn't score.
Weiss with the floater the other way in the lane, missed. Rebound, Buhler, Utsi, coast to coast, layup missed. Rebound, Lizzie Franco for South.
Unfortunately, Buhler's had quite a few run-out tries that haven't ended and made buckets, but we are just getting to the rim offensively so much better today.
Out front is Acacia Weiss, far side Arnold. $1:53 to go before halftime in a 4-point game. Far side Arnold. Inside turnaround shot missed by Yanda. Rebound Haynen. Boy, didn't feel like the table. Now a steal. Takeaway. Layup missed by Kylie Arnold. Rebound Buhler. And Madison will be fouled by Lizzie Franco. Feels like the tables from Thursday have been turned a little bit in this game, doesn't it?
Well, the Crusaders, guys, we're just coming at them with so much more energy. I mean, you think about how many times we're getting these fast breaks. South is not getting back defensively, and they are settling for just firing trays and only have 2 to show for it.
Franco with a foul, her first, team's 5th. Lackey and McDowell are back in the game. Here's Horning, pull-up jumper, free throw line missed. Boy, if Buhler could connect on some more shots, this game would really be opened up. Weiss out front. Far side to Sydney Peterson. 1:10 left before halftime. Calissa Hamill, they run her off the 3-point line. Weiss dribbling, plays it in the far corner to Peterson. Peterson hard inside, blocked by Haynen.
Peterson flat. I mean, the look on her face, Carson, you witnessed it too. I mean, that was enough to give it'd be a dead giveaway. It's an offensive foul. I mean, she grimaced and lowered the shoulder and tried to just clear out a Crusader, but no call.
Third block by Hainan. Wait, just think, Acacia Weiss, we've talked about this with our kids sometimes. This kid that's got the quickness ought to be able to take her defender off the dribble.
Yeah, and Acacia Weiss was really good for South. Oh, right.
Hainan trying to deflect the pass. Big smile on her face. It's going to be called for an over the back here.
Luckily, that's just her first.
And they're going to bring Mallory out and Emmy Stallman in. So now one of those different looking lineups. I'm always interested in those mixed match lineups for the next 47 seconds, how things look. 3 missed, far side by Hamill. Rebound, Marin Lackey.
Her second of the evening.
Off to Mallory Hainan. Check that, it's Taryn Horning, I'm sorry. Wrong H. Horning to Utsi, near side McDowell. 29 seconds to go in the quarter, and McDowell will be fouled by Calissa Hamill.
And that'll be team foul number 6 on the Lady Cougars. So if they foul us again in any way, shape, or form, we're going to go to the line. But if you're Buhler, man, if we can just get another bucket here and then try to hold them out at the half, that'd be a great feeling to have these guys doubled up.
Elena Herbal checks in for South. Low scoring game, 12-8. It was that way the first meeting between these two, very low scoring at halftime. As Taryn Horning has it, dribbling through traffic, pulls up, right elbow, jumper, yes!
What a shot by Horning. That thing went 1.5 miles high, but it was through the bottom of the net.
Lead to 6, 14-8, an 11-0 run. 6 seconds left in the half. And Herbal launches a 3 that banks in at the buzzer. How the heck did that thing go in?
And it was a shot-put shot. I mean, she launched that thing from the hip.
Hamill with her third tray. She has 9 at halftime, and it's a 3-point game, 14-11. Theater had an 11-0 run in that second quarter. At one point, a 6-point lead, but Hamill with a knuckleball that banks in at the buzzer.
Well, you mentioned that this was a low-scoring game like our game against South, but guys, I'm sure you can feel the energy. The game, when we had that low-scoring game up at South, it was an ugly game. It was low-scoring, but there was lots to be frustrated for as a Crusader. Today, it just, I mean, the team that is frustrated out there, it's Salina South right now. It's not Buhler.
All right, interesting to see how they come out in the second half. 14-11, Buhler up 3 here from Jim Baker Fieldhouse. Live tonight from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, and our Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report begins next on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM. Stay tuned for tonight's Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report. Prairie Bank of Kansas, serving Central Kansas since 1886.
Come visit us at Buhler Dental Care. Our friendly and experienced staff is here to help give you the best care around, and we like to have some fun and get to know you while you spend time with us. From regular fillings, cleanings, dental implants, or even if we have to, extractions, we can provide the treatments you need. We are always accepting new patients, so be sure to call us at 620-543-2768 to schedule your next appointment, or email online at drdaldes@gmail.com. Buhler Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
Hutch Rec is your community recreation provider. We're passionate in bringing healthy living opportunities through our youth and adult sports, wellness and fitness classes, and several of our community events and races. We're also your community spirit provider, offering endless recreational opportunities at Dillon Nature Center, Senior Center at Elmdale Park, the Sports Arena, plus Hutch Rec downtown. See all of the community spirit and healthy living opportunities Hutch Rec provides your community at hutchrec.com and on our Hutch Rec Facebook page.
Issues of dissent within the Nickerson South Hutchinson USD 309 Board of Education reached a head last night when the contract of Superintendent Dr. John Johnson was not extended. A statement from USD 309 this afternoon said continued dissension among the 5 sitting board members, there are 2 vacancies, resulted in 2 board members leaving the meeting early, which resulted in the non-extension. Dr. Johnson's tenure as superintendent will end June 30th. The statement concluded saying, quote, though the board issues are of concern, the administration and staff continue to be committed to providing the best educational opportunities to the students of USD 309. The Hutchinson Red Cross Community Blood Drive is underway right now, and it's the annual Battle of the Badges where Hutchinson Police and Fire Departments are trying to get the most donors out. That drive going on this afternoon until 6 and Wednesday from 7 to 1 at First Presbyterian Church at Sherman and Poplar. Also going on Friday from 11 to 6 at Advanced America at 4th and Severance. Appointments for the Friday drive are limited. You can make an appointment by going to redcrossblood.org or use the Red Cross donor app and use sponsor code Hutchinson. Blood drive's also going on Wednesday from 9 to 3 at the MKC Learning Center in Mount Ridge and the Newton Recreation Center at 415 North Poplar. On Thursday from 9 to 3 at Central Christian College in McPherson and from noon till 6 at the Canton Community Center. And on Friday from 11 to 5 at St. Paul Lutheran Church west of Haven and noon to 6 at Buhler Mennonite Brethren Church. There are very limited appointments left for the Buhler Blood Drive coming up on Friday. Our forecast this evening is calling for snow. We could see an inch of accumulation around Hutchinson, a little more to the north and west, a low of 16. For Wednesday, morning clouds, afternoon sun, a high 29. Wednesday night, mostly clear, a low 16. Sunshine, not as cold Thursday, a high 43. More news anytime at adastraradio.com. I'm Lucky Kid.
Stream tonight's game live on your smartphone or tablet with the Ad Astra Radio app and on your smart speaker with TuneIn. Powered by Next Tech Wireless. You're listening to the Prairie Bank of Kansas Halftime Report.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Hutchinson, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Sheila Metzger, agent at the Sheila Metzger Agency. Call me at 665-0400 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
Dr. Ediger genuinely cares about his patients. He knows his stuff. He is easygoing and makes you feel really comfortable. It can sometimes be intimidating going to the dentist. He does everything he can to ease your worries, especially with the kids.
Hi, this is Dr. Corey Ediger, inviting you and your family to call me at 663-9136. That's 663-9136. Or stop by my office at 200 East 30th to make an appointment today at Ediger Family Dental.
Their patients come first.
The road ahead was built for radial. Farm Hard Rewards is going on now at your local certified Firestone Ag tire dealer. Stop in before April 30th and buy 2 or more Firestone Ag radial tires for one big instant discount. These opportunities don't come around often, so get into Rod's Tire and Service in Hillsboro to take advantage of Farm Hard Rewards. Terms, conditions, and limitations apply. For full details, visit FirestoneAg.com. Your one-stop, complete source for Firestone tires. Rod's Tire and Service in Hillsboro.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
And back here at halftime, Crusader Basketball brought to you by Rise Up Reno Prevention Network, by the Prairie Bank of Kansas, with Steel Products, by Erickson Custom Building, and by E2 Investment and Insurance Services. Inside the numbers of our first half, brought to you by Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs, proudly serving businesses in Kansas for the past 70 years. South led early 5-0 on buckets by Acacia Weiss and Calissa Hamill. And Buhler went on an 11-0 run from there to take a 6-point advantage late first half. It was 14-8 nearing the end of the second quarter. A jumper by Taryn Horning stretched the lead to 6 points. That capped that 11-0 run, and then the bank shot by Hamill at the buzzer cut the lead at half to 3, 14-11 here at halftime. 7 turnovers on the Crusaders in the first half, 6 on the South. That is well below the 28 Buhler had last time. South has not shot a free throw in the game. Buhler has been to the line 3 times, and they are one of, 6 so far tonight. Scoring, Calissa Hamill leads all scorers with 9. Acacia Weiss with 2 for Buhler. 5 for Taryn Horning. 4 for Mallory Heyman, 2 for Abby Utsi, and 3 for Alex Hutton. So the zone has worked, I think, to really fluster South not being able to play. They really do not want to try and get the ball to the post. It's find an open shooter and take the shot.
I mean, one of the huge strengths of the 2-3, I mean, South, if you remember, they were able to screen away and get some, dribble drive going against us and chucking the threes. And, the screen game is non-existent against the zone. And, unless South can just start hammering trays, as long as we keep boarding like we are, it is really hard to come back against the 2-3 zone. And so if Buhler could somehow get to a 10-point lead, the 10-point lead when you run the 2-3, that's like a 20-point lead because it is just so hard to get those opportunities. And the other thing, too, Buhler's done a nice job of, since South hasn't been hitting the shots, they can't set up their full court press. It's a lot harder to set up the full court pressure if you're missing shots, so the 2-3 zone kind of helps prevent South's full court pressure from being effective as well.
All right, quickly, Simo, foul trouble. I think Alex Hutton in particular, Hainan, Madison, got to stay out of foul trouble in the third quarter.
Yeah, and Alex had those 2 quick fouls. The second one, she knew that she probably shouldn't have gone after that ball. She was a little off kilter and ended up running into a South player. But Crusaders are staying fairly decent, fairly okay on the foul trouble. This officials letting them play mostly. There's been a few instances where I thought Mallory got fouled down underneath trying to box out. So most of these two teams are faring very well.
All right, 14-11 at the half. Second half coming up from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
This has been the Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report. Find Prairie Bank of Kansas online at prairiebankks.com. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Are you tired of your dusty or muddy driveway? APAC Kansas Shears Division is here to help. This is Derek Fees. Call us and ask us about our asphalt millings. If you are a do-it-yourselfer, arrange for pickup or delivery at your convenience. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
The name Johnson Sheet Metal doesn't sound like a heating and air conditioning company, but our family at Johnson Sheet Metal became a Lennox dealer 99 years ago and are still servicing and installing heating and air conditioning systems in Hutchinson and Reno County. Through 4 generations, our specialty has been the Lennox brand, but we can service other brands just as well. We do metals too, but if you have a heating or air conditioning need, call Johnson Sheet Metal today at 620-662-0224.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
It'll be Madison, Horning, Hainan, Utsi, and Hutton to start the second half. Weiss, Peterson, Arnold, Yonda, and Franco for South. South Cougars down a tray with the ball to our left. Peter back in that zone. Weiss has it. They try to rifle it inside to Arnold. Swatted away by Hainan. Saved by the Cougars, picked up off the deck. Here's Franco, baseline shot blocked by Hainan. Mallory takes away the rebound.
Mallory Hainan has been a beast inside protecting that rim tonight.
4 blocks for the senior. Buhler the other way, up 3. Horning right to the baseline. Bucket good.
Great to see Taryn just with that, such a smooth looking shot there.
Back to a 5-point game, 16-11. Buhler led by as many as 6 in the first half. Weiss, Peterson, left side, short on the 3. Another rebound for Hainan.
Hainan really stepping up her presence inside.
Ahead to Madison. Here's Horning in the right corner. She'll try the open 3. Missed. Rebound Acacia Weiss. Ball poked loose by Madison. Saved by Mariah Yonda. Here comes South. Peterson, left side. Up top to Weiss. Far side off the bounce to Arnold. In the mid lane, Peterson underneath. Yonda blocked by Hutton.
Great job by Hutton.
Buhler using its height and athleticism inside. Ahead, Utsi. Abby drives to the cup and scores it.
Well, right now, everything is going the Lady Crusaders' way. Let's see if we can keep it rolling.
New largest lead at 7, 6:28 to play. And there's another 3. Acacia Weiss, the tray, keeping the Cougars in the game. It's a 4-point game. Timeout South. 18-14, Buhler by 4. Listening to Crusader basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier 2-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today to learn more about what we have to offer. Visit hutchcc.edu/admissions for more information.
At Adams Brown, our clients are the center of everything we do. Hi, this is Brett Henry. We're proud to have been named to the Inside Public Accountants Top 200 Firms for our 5th consecutive year. Adams Brown, Strategic Allies and CPAs, above and beyond.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Well, it feels more and more like this game comes down to Buhler's defense Against Can South make enough threes?
Yes, and that last time, Buhler just didn't get the guards out in Acacia Weiss's face. And Weiss, I mean, she is a good player, so she's somebody you got to be really aware of where she's at. Second leading scorer for South tonight as she has 5 of their 14.
Good start, Buhler up by 4 with the ball, and South will pressure. And the ball's poked away out of bounds off the hands of Lizzie Franco, far side. It'll stay with the Lady Crusaders.
Yeah, Franco kind of their Alex Hutton or Hainan type player as she's their inside senior post player.
Madison picked up at the timeline by Sydney Peterson. Ball knocked loose and a tie-up on the deck.
So they're going to call a foul.
They're going to call a foul here on Peterson. No, they're going to call it on Madison.
That's pretty, well, what happened, Peterson batted it away and then dove on it, and they're going to get Madison, I guess, for piling on top.
Okay, I would have called a jump ball there. But I don't wear the stripes.
Yes, sir.
Peterson up top. Out to Weiss for 3, short. Rebound, Hainan.
Another board for Mallory. That's at least her 4th.
Peter the other way. Here is Yutzi on a drive. Shot short. Rebound taken underneath by Acacia Weiss. She's a good rebounder. Pass ahead. Looking to Arnold inside. Strong on the shot. Horning tried to take the charge inside, but they're going to call the blocking foul. And it'll put Kylie Arnold at the line for 2. This will be South's first trip to the stripe. They shoot 53%.
Yeah, Buhler's done such a nice job of keeping South from getting to the rim tonight.
Free throw good by Arnold.
She was the one that hurt the Crusaders last week with 16 points, but most of them were from behind the arc.
Madison and Yutzi come out replaced by McDowell and Seeley, and a timeout Buhler. 5:27 to play in the third. Buhler 18, South 15 on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
When you're running a business, you don't have time for internet that slows you down. IdeaTech is here to bring your business internet freedom. Freedom from high prices, freedom from slow service, and freedom from bad customer support. If you're ready to do business with a local company that cares about you, give IdeaTech a call at 620-543-5000 or visit IdeaTech.com and contact us through the Hook Me Up button on the homepage. Your internet freedom awaits.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Crusader Basketball brought to you by the Bruce Isaacson Agency, by IdeaTech, Apple Lane Animal Hospital, by Phoenix Restoration, and by the Buhler Booster Club. One more at the line for Kylie Arnold, and she knocks them both down. Arnold, a 53% foul shooter, makes it a 2-point game, 18-16. A 5-0 South run. Here is Seeley down low and fouled on the right block by Mariah Yonda.
That'll be the first on Yonda. Second team foul on Salina South this half.
Hutton, Hainan, Seeley, Horning, and McDowell. So it's the 3 H's along with McDowell and Seeley, and the Buhler throws the ball away underneath.
Yep, just the second turnover of the second half on the Lady Crusaders.
South can tie or take the lead. Last time they led was in the first quarter. Pass deflected in the lane, picked up by Acacia Weiss off the deck. Last South lead was 8-7 in the first quarter. Here is Sydney Peterson with it up top to Acacia Weiss. Far side, Kylie Arnold. Weiss to Peterson. Peterson drives back to Weiss. In the mid lane, Arnold. Shot on the way and good. And it's a tie ball game.
Yeah, Kylie Arnold did not score in the first half. She's got 4 here in the third.
And now
Kaylin Seeley got dusted up there by Yonda. No call.
Kaylin Seeley and Mariah Yonda tangled up. Seeley is wincing just a bit. She's going to come out of the ball game replaced by Marin Lackey. 18 all, 7-0 South run here. Aided by 4 points by Kylie Arnold. And Buhler's had a little bit of trouble on the offensive end here in the third quarter. And McDowell nearly.
passed it off the head of Taryn Horning.
Tried to pass it to Horning, but Horning was facing the wrong way. McDowell was able to save it back, and what are we calling there, fellas?
5 seconds. They're going to say McDowell didn't get away from the defender to get that separation.
Seriously.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah. Quick 5-second call.
She's moving the whole time.
Yes, I know.
South the other way can take their first lead of the second half. Here is Calissa Hamill off to Acacia Weiss. Weiss behind the back. Hamill for three. That is off the mark. Out of bounds. Boy, good clear out underneath by Mallory Hainan. And Buhler will have the ball back. 4:02 to go in the third.
And South sticking with that full court pressure. Hopefully Buhler can continue to have success breaking through.
Hand it into Lackey. Off to Madison. Amy back in the game, ahead to Hainan. Here comes Mallory. Pulls up, left elbow. Jumper, yes!
You think about how much Mallory Hainan's confidence has gone up shooting the basketball. Great take there by the senior.
Get her back up 20-18. South the other way. 3:41 to go in the half. Long three by Arnold. In and out, no good. Rebound Hainan.
Fifth board of the night for Mallory.
Mallory continuing to play well down low. Here comes Madison. Amy. Fade away. Right block missed. Rebound Franco inside for South. Weiss through traffic. Off to Peterson. Peterson baseline. Franco inside against Hainan. Altered the shot high off the window. Rebound McDowell.
Great job by Page getting the defensive board. South kind of got into the Buhler defense that go around, so good to get out of that possession without a score.
Well, even here's Hutton down low. Franco blocks it out of bounds. Even though Franco was able to get down low, Hainan with just her length still alters the shot. Franco had to shoot it high up over her. And high off the glass with a miss.
Yeah, and Mallory's done such a nice job playing such good defense, had all those blocks, yet she's only got one foul. She's done such a good job of playing smart and aggressive tonight.
Yonda returning here for South. As Marin Lackey misses a shot in the lane. Rebound Cougars. Weiss behind the back dribble, right to left, across the timeline. Feeds it right baseline. Here is Elena Herbal. Off to Weiss. Weiss drives to Herbal. And I think a foul on the baseline on Emmy Stallman is coming.
No, they'll put it on Hutton, which that's a huge blow to the Crusaders. Buhler's kind of mixed things up defensively, gone back to a man-to-man.
That is a third on Alex.
Yonda takes that one.
And Mariah Yonda knocks down a three. And South takes the lead. 21-20. Stallman missed the shot at the foul line. 1 point South lead, 2:25 to go. It's been all trays for South tonight. They have two buckets that didn't come from beyond the arc. Here's Herbal, guarded by Lackey. Off to Yonda. Inside, bucket. Dang it, good by Herbal.
Yeah, South really kind of getting some offensive momentum going. The man-to-man has been good for South, unfortunately.
2:05 to go in the third, 23-20 South. Listening to Crusader basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Hey, sports fans. All great teams include a great defensive strategy. That's what insurance is all about. Strategy to defend you, your family, and your possessions. This is Jordan Fee. I'm proud to help our clients plan their strategy of protection through the broad range of services we offer at Fee Insurance Group. Call to find out how we can protect your health, life, property, business, and even your retirement savings. Since 1883, we've been here to stand between you and risk.
Visit feeinsurancegroup.com, your local trusted choice agent.
Are you building a house?
A swimming pool?
Are your lights flickering?
Call Schmidt Electric.
That's Schmidt Electric. 620-960-6755. Schmidt Electric will take care of all your electrical needs.
Got Spock?
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
2:05 left in the third. South with their biggest lead since the first quarter. They led this game 5-0. They're up three here, 23-20. McDowell, Stallman, Madison, Hainan, and Lackey will come out of the timeout as the five on the floor for the Crusaders. Peterson along with Herbal Arnold is out there, so is Franco. And here will come Madison across the timeline, left to right. Near side to McDowell. Baseline Stallman. That is poked away by Lizzie Franco. Out of bounds to the Crusaders. 1:54 to go.
Franco's a really difficult defender to deal with. She's got pretty good hands.
Hainan plays it in. Madison. Hammy from the right wing, guarded by Kylie Arnold. Up top, McDowell. Page shoots the open three. Yes! In and out and back in.
The shooter's roll falls for Page, and we're tied back up at 23 all.
Even Steven, three the other way. Missed. Left side by Yonda. Rebound. Put back good by Kylie Arnold.
Madison had it for a moment, but then lost it back to Arnold.
25-23, 2-point South lead. Amy driving, floats, missed. Wait, I'd like to see her take another step, get a little closer to the bucket. Peterson the other way, up top to Arnold. Go ahead and get into the body of your defender. Now a travel called on South. Don't you think that would help her? She kind of gets that defender out of position, gets that ball up off the glass, and she's more likely to get a foul call.
Yes.
That way too.
And with South having two of their starters have 2 fouls back in the second half or first half, it'd be good if we get either of them with the third.
Here comes McDowell, and she is fouled from behind by Sydney Peterson. That'll be her third.
Hey, I conjured it up. There we go.
That'll be just the second here in the third quarter on the Cougars. As Emily Anderson, a 5'4" sophomore, in for South. Peterson goes out with that third foul.
First time Anderson's seen the floor this evening.
Emily Madison to play it in front of Buhler's bench. And tried to get Stallman to rotate to the bucket, throws it away. The other way in traffic. Floater missed, front iron by Elena
Anderson
Herbal.
walked.
Rebound loose, pulled down by Emmy Stallman. 47 seconds to go in the third. Buhler down 2 with the ball. To our right, here is McDowell, far side circle. Out front to Hainan. Mallory with it off to Marin Lackey. Gives up in the corner to McDowell. Ball knocked loose. McDowell wrestles it back. Out of control inside. And draws contact and a foul along the right baseline. It'll be charged to Lizzie Franco. That'll be her second and the team's third. Peter will play it in. Right of the basket with 28 seconds to go in the third.
Be big if the Crusaders could close out the quarter with a bucket.
Hainan Madison. Hainan underneath. Off the turnaround. It's good.
Hainan now with 8 to lead the Lady Crusaders in scoring.
25 all. 17 to go in the quarter. Ball knocked loose in the lane. Got to tie it up. Buhler has the arrow. Good job, Marin Lackey on her back with the basketball.
Great job by Lackey hitting the parquet floor to get the tie-up. And so not only will Buhler try to get the ball back, but have a chance to take the lead here going into the fourth.
25 all, 12 seconds on the clock. They play it into Marin Lackey. Here's Madison against the full court pressure. Dribbling around Weiss across the timeline. Crossover dribble, goes all the way to the bucket. The dish missed. Stallman, ball knocked out of her hand at the bucket. Emily Anderson with the block, and that'll get us to the end of the third quarter. Your score after 3, Buhler 25, Salina South 25 on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
The veterinarians and staff at Abilene Animal Hospital would like to wish the Buhler Crusader basketball teams a healthy and successful season. The same level of hard work, dedication, and commitment to excel on the court is what we do at Abilene Animal Hospital. We continue to invest in new diagnostics and technology to make every effort to give you and your pet the best care possible. Go Crusaders!
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Allen Samuels in Hutch invites you to shop their pre-owned sale event happening now. It's a true sign and drive event with no money down and over 30 vehicles priced under $20,000. That's payments as low as $171 a month. Did I mention no money down? They even have vehicles priced under $5,000. See our ad in Saturday's Hutch Post. Only at Allen Samuels on the giant corner of 30th and Lorraine. Open all the time online at allensamuelshutch.com. And as Mr. Samuels always says,
come by, let's be friends. You're listening to Buhler Crusader Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Well, after being down 7, Salina South got 6 third-quarter points from Kylie Arnold. We're tied at 25. 4 in the third for Mallory Hainan of Buhler. Hutton, Lackey, McDowell, Hainan, and Madison on the floor. It'll be South ball to start our final 8 minutes. And Acacia Weiss on a drive, right side lane line. Gives up to Sydney Peterson. Peterson inside with a left. Shot falls. And a foul.
Rats. Foul will go against Paige McDowell. Luckily, that's just her first third team foul on the Lady Crusaders. But, yeah, Peterson, she's a gal that she's dangerous with the ball in her hands.
44% at the stripe, knocks down the free throw. South with a 3-point lead, 28-25. Matches their largest lead of the second half. Madison the other way to McDowell. Up top to Hutton, who's back in the game with those 3 fouls. Near side, Marin Lackey, shot blocked. Rebound loose in the corner, saved by Hainan.
Great effort.
Off to Hutton. Far side, Madison to McDowell. Back in the far corner to Lackey. 7:21 to go. Marin drives. Pass deflected.
Coach Stewart trying to do some lobbying.
He didn't think that the ball was deflected. Buhler's going to keep it. Here's Madison near side. Up top, Hainan. Far side, McDowell. 7:12 to go in the game. Lackey, 28-25 South. Madison out high. Back to Hutton. Far side, Lackey. She'll try the 3. Short rebound, Alex. Inside, putback, yes.
Great job by Alex. That's her first bucket of the second half, and it's a big one.
28-27, 1-point game. South the other way. Kylie Arnold dribbles, drives, missed it off the front of the rim. Rebound, Hainan had it, stolen away to Weiss. Floater, no. Rebound inside, pulled down by Anderson, and then she walked with it.
We will take the gift back right there.
Utsi and Horning back into the lineup. McDowell and Lackey will go out. So the 5 Buhler starters now back on the floor. Buhler down 1. They'll have the length of the floor to go with 6:35 left. 28-27. Here comes Taryn Horning across the timeline, left to right. Horning gives to Hainan. Hainan, free throw line jumper, short. Rebound loose in there, taken by Lizzie Franco. And Horning tried to get her hands in there and tie it up, and they're going to call a foul on her.
Yeah, Franco's pretty smart as a post player. You get that defensive rebound, and if guards start coming at you, you just got to get more frantic. A lot of times you'll draw the foul call, and that's exactly what she did there. But tip of the cap to Horning trying to get this tie-up.
Alyssa Hamill checks back in the South lineup here. 28-27, Cougars with a 1-point lead. Lizzie Franco up top to Sydney Peterson. Peterson drives again. And a blocking foul down low on Amelie Madison.
She's the second Lady Crusader to the 3-foul mark along with Hutton.
That is now 5 team fouls on the Crusaders. So South has changed up their game here and trying to screen Peterson and letting her drive. They could get a 4th foul on Peterson.
That would be monster.
Here's Arnold to Hamill. Back to Arnold for 3. Missed long. Got to chase it down in the corner. Pulled down by Calissa Hamill to Sydney Peterson. Far side, Kylie Arnold. She'll drive against Hainan. Shot blocked, but a foul.
Yeah, there was some miscommunication, I think, with the Lady Crusaders. A couple of our gals were in man, a couple were in zone, it looked like. That's Hainan's second.
And that'll put Kylie Arnold 6 points in the game, 2 of 2 at the line. Clock stopped with 5:43 to play. First free throw is good. There's another team. We saw Concordia do this on Saturday. They only shoot 45% from the free throw line. They're yet to miss. What is it?
We got to keep talking about it, and hopefully that'll change.
And she got the shooter's roll.
Son of a gun.
29.
High off the heel.
Make it to 30-27 now. 3-point game again.
Well, if you're Buhler, they've got it out to this 3-point lead a couple other times. We need to get a bucket here to answer and try to keep this a 1-possession game.
Here's Taryn Horning through traffic to Madison. Ball knocked loose. And a fight for it on the deck.
Luckily, the arrow will keep it the Crusader way, but
yeah, how come when Madison dove on top of their player, they called a foul? How come there's no foul there? They called a tie-up. That's what I wanted the first time. Well, good to see Kaylin Seeley after she got dinged up earlier get back in the game. Amy's going to come out.
This is the first time Seeley's been in the second half, right, Carson?
Maybe.
30-27. South by 3. Horning with it. Dribbling through traffic. Tear it off to Utsi. Up top, Seeley, guarded by Weiss. Kaylin drives, draws contact and a foul. That'll be on Acacia Weiss. It'll be her first.
Well, between Weiss and Seeley, those are two quick guards.
Just the 14th foul of the half on South with 5:08 to go. Alex Hutton in front of Buhler's bench to play it in. Off to Kaylin Seeley. And then the ball goes off the leg of Kylie Arnold out of bounds.
So we'll set up another Lady Crusader inbound, this time further down the line.
Alex Hutton to play it in. Hutton, Hainan, Horning, Seeley, and Utsi. Here's Taryn. A long three, short. Rebound inside, Abby Utsi. And then stolen away by Sydney Peterson.
12th turnover overall tonight for the Lady Crusaders as Peterson gets away with a walk.
Peterson to Calissa Hamill, 3, missed. Rebound Lizzie Franco, off to Weiss, back to Franco, shot good.
That was just a great dish that time by Weiss. As the defenders collapsed around her, she dished to Franco on the baseline for the 2.
32-27, South matches their largest lead of the first half at 5, 4:43 to go. We've got a timeout here. Good to hear the Pet Band back in the field house tonight. Crusader basketball brought to you by Cargill Salts, by Countryside Feed. Rod's Tire and Service by Yoder Meat, and by Crable Tree Clearing on HKFM of the Crusader Sports Network.
Way more than just meat, but if you're looking for grain-fed, locally raised, antibiotic-free, and no hormone-added beef, Yoder Meats is the place. Feed the family with your choice of bundles or smaller butcher bags designed with a variety of meats to fit your needs. They have exotic meats too, and a wide variety of delicious cheeses, baked goods, groceries, specialty candies, gift items, and even products for your pet. Get it all at Yoder Meats in Yoder, open 10 to 6 Monday through Saturday. Find specials at yodermeatsks.com.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Live tonight from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Hutch. Online at AllenSamuelsHutch.com. Well, since Buhler had that 7-point lead, that was on a layup by Abby Utsi with 6:28 to go in the third. Salina South is on a 21-9 run. And the Cougars lead by 5 here. Here is Taryn Horning with it. Horning off to Hainan. Hainan to Horning. Far side Seeley for 3. Too strong. Rebound to Horning. Hainan, no good. Rebound South. Weiss the other way. Off to Franco inside. Up top, Yonda for 3.
And that, unfortunately, huge bucket.
Gets the lead to 8. And Buhler in trouble here. Now they turn it over. Wait. And now Hutton's going to pick up a 4th foul.
And Alex just trying to make a hustle play that time.
Boy, they played so well for 2.5 quarters. And this last quarter and a half has really been a booger. Weiss at the line, shooting 1 and 1.
Now the Crusaders are going to have to hope for some free throw misses as they've put South now in the bonus.
Utsi comes out, replaced by McDowell. Free throw missed by Weiss. Offensive board for South, though. In the corner, Yonda for 3, missed. Rebound, Sydney Peterson. Floater, Weiss off the window, no. Rebound, Hutton.
Good job by Alex, finally ending the possession.
Peter's got to put it in the bucket here. Another turnover. Ball poked away.
8th turnover on the Lady Crusaders this half. Now the unfortunate thing is with South having that 8-point lead, they can really take the air out of the ball here if they want to.
3:26 left, 35-27. Boy, they've done everything. Part of growing pains of a young team, I know, even though they've got senior leadership, young and experienced. There's something to be said for learning how to finish and learning how to win. They've done so much right tonight. Shot inside, missed. Rebound, shot blocked by Hainan. I have that as her 5th block tonight. McDowell the other way to Madison. Near side, Hutton. Far side, Horning. Tarrant thought about launching that 3 from way beyond the arc on the far side. Plays it off to Madison. McDowell drives, Page inside. Kicks out, 3, in and out, no good. Missed by Madison. Rebound, Hainan, no. Rebound, Arnold underneath for South. Here comes Peterson up the far side of the floor.
Yeah, Hainan had a decent look underneath, just couldn't finish.
Up top to Weiss, spins around Horning. Bounces off to Franco. Back off to Yonda. Good defense by Madison. Here's Weiss. Weiss inside of the cup and score it, and it's a 10-point game.
Yeah, Weiss with 5 points the second half.
Buhler has 1 bucket in the 4th quarter. Madison to the cup, score it.
Her first points of the evening. Now Buhler needs stops at the defensive end. And
37-29, lead is 8.
Hutton's got to be careful. She's got 4 fouls, and she's
Guarding
unfortunately manned up.
Weiss.
Yeah, I don't know how that ended up happening.
And there's number 5.
Yeah, it's not the matchup, probably man-to-man.
They're going to get to Madison.
Okay. That's her 4th, though.
No, that's on Weiss. Hutton had the ball, and she was dribbling, and Weiss reached in there and got the foul.
So it's on Acacia Weiss as America Holiday will check into the Buhler lineup. It's the first time I remember seeing America this year.
First time she's been on the varsity floor.
And Alex Hutton comes out. 3, far side missed by Horning. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by South. Now Hutton quickly returns. And Holiday back out.
So they work Hutton back in for the offensive series, and we'll see if they keep trying to get her out for defense.
1:23 left, 39-27. Emily Madison to play it in. To Hutton. Far side Madison launches the 3, rims long. Rebound Kylie Arnold. What's going to be tough now? 8-point lead, minute 10 to go. Here's Franco inside, and it's good. 39-29.
Back to 10-point game.
And a jumper the other way. 3, good by Paige McDowell, her 2nd tray of the game. It just feels like they've been a little lost defensively in this 4th quarter. And South, I give Coach Ryan Stewart credit. He's really changed their game. From, I mean, what we're used to seeing them is just pass the ball around the perimeter until they get an open shooter. And they've really taken their guards with Weiss and Peterson and Arnold. They're driving the ball here in the second half. Some of that, they were able to do that when Buhler got out of the zone defense. But a big adjustment there for Coach Stewart.
Yeah, when they really started attacking the rim and Buhler was in the man-to-man, it really put Buhler in some tough situations. As the guards for South, Carson, they're quick, and they are quick with the ball in their hands.
Yeah, they started to look more comfortable here in the second half after going against the Buhler zone. They switched up to a man to apply more pressure on the ball, and they're starting to feel more and more comfortable.
Yeah, give Weiss and Arnold and Peterson credit for getting inside, getting Buhler in some foul trouble. And I think, again, tonight we've seen Buhler gets Hutton in foul trouble. It really hurts him. 38 seconds to go, and there is number 5 on Alex.
So Alex will finish the night with 5 points, fouling out with 37.8 remaining.
That's her 4th time this year that she has finished with 5 points. Marion Lackey will come in. Yeah, it just, what she's able to do defensively and rebounding, and she's a really good passer. Weiss at the free throw line missed. Rebound to Hainan. And Mallory will be fouled. And I think we saw it in the Concordia game when she got in foul trouble. She's not on the floor. They don't really have a person with her length that can do what she does.
Yeah, she is such an active big for the Crusaders, and you know, she can guard nearly anybody, whether it's a post or a ball handling guard.
Yeah, and Aaron loves the term calming factor. It really has come into play tonight. Crusaders were trying to go fast, and Alex will get it, and she'll hold the ball up, let them run through the offense, and kind of mentally tell them, hey, slow down, run it through, we got this.
Well, let's go back to they did everything right for 2.5 quarters. Again, there is that art to finishing, and it's something you only comes with experience. You got to figure that out down the stretch. They've got some winnable games out there.
Yeah, and this game, it's not done yet. There could be some craziness, but we're going to have to get some help, and we're going to have to score quick.
Couple of threes away from making it tight.
Yes.
McDowell's got a couple tonight. They're capable. Horning has one.
But the Crusaders are going to have to score and score quickly.
This was a 14-11 game at halftime. Here's a three by Horning. Missed far side rebound. McDowell chases it down in the corner. And Page has it poked out of bounds. And another timeout here. 28 second-half points for South. Well, our guys game coming up. And, of course, another busy night of basketball on our Ad Astra Sports Network tonight. One of the regular season doubleheader. Trinity Catholic in Lynchburg to take on Smoky Valley. Kansas Rocks 100.3, and we've got day 2 action from the Haven Wildcat Classic. Both Nickerson and Haven played tonight in the opening round.
Yeah, I got a score update. Taking a look at that Buhler Dental Care scoreboard update. Nickerson and Andale's girls are tied up at 32 apiece. Josie McLean has fouled out, so that, of course, changes Nickerson's makeup big time.
Yeah, absolutely. Streaming, schedules, and more. Click online at AdraRadio.com and the Ad Astra Radio app. Here's Marion Lackey off to McDowell to Hainan. Hainan's jumper in and out, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds off Acacia Weiss. 15 seconds left. Looks like South is poised to get the season sweep here, but a good fight tonight by these ladies.
They played so much better than we did at the beginning, beginning of the SIT.
Turnover in the mid lane. Yeah, much better effort tonight. 9 seconds left. And Coach Ryan Stewart, why not take another timeout? We'll take one, too. Back in 30 seconds here on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Allen Samuels & Hutch has just announced their New Year, New Ride event. No money down, plus $1,000 in bonus cash rebates gets you a new 2020 Jeep Renegade for under $320 a month. It's a true sign and drive event, only at Allen Samuels & Hutch, located on the giant corner of 30th and Lorraine, open all the time online at allensamuelshutch.com. And as Mr. Samuels always says,
come by, let's be friends. You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Sterling College basketball coming up tomorrow night from Lynchburg. Warriors and the Bethany Swedes at 6 and 8. Here tomorrow at HKFM. We'll be with you on Friday from Heston. And up the road to Dutch Avenue. Layup off the inbound. Nice play to Acacia Weiss. 41-32. Lead is 9, and that is where we will finish. South on the season, sweeping the Crusaders, is the Lady Cougars, now 5-7 on the year. And They have now won 5 of 6 games. They will be home to face Salina Central on February 2nd. The Crusaders fall to 3-8, and they will go to Heston on Friday. .32 the final. Our Shirt Shack postgame coming up on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Stay tuned for the Shirt Shack postgame show. Shirt Shack, where the shirt hits the fans. Coming up, the Whifco Steel Products Player of the Game. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM.
At H&R Block, we're here all year at tax time or anytime to help get answers for your tax questions. Stop by H&R Block in Hutch at 2nd and Washington, on the Square in Lyons, or in downtown Ellsworth today. Get your taxes won at H&R Block.
1947. It was the year the McKenzie Paint and Body Shop opened for business. That's over 70 years they've been serving the Mid-Kansas area with quality workmanship, excellent refinishing, paint, and restoration. McKenzie Paint and Body Shop specializes in foreign and domestic vehicles. Insurance claims are welcome, and 24-hour towing and recovery service is available. At McKenzie Paint and Body Shop, they take the dents out of accidents. Just over the bridge at 45 Kansas Avenue in South Hutchinson.
Hutch Rec is your community recreation provider. We're passionate in bringing healthy living opportunities through our youth and adult sports, wellness and fitness classes, and several of our community events and races. We're also your community spirit provider, offering endless recreational opportunities at Dillon Nature Center, Senior Center at Elmdale Park, the Sports Arena, plus Hutch Rec downtown. See all of the community spirit and healthy living opportunities Hutch Rec provides your community at hutchrec.com and on our Hutch Rec Facebook page.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Welcome to our Shirt Shack postgame tonight. Inside our final numbers, brought to you by Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs. Proudly serving businesses in Kansas for the past 70 years. Online at Adams Brown CPA. Buhler took its first lead at 10-8 early in the second quarter. And they would lead by as many as 6 in the first half, by 3 at halftime. 6:28 left in the third. They stretched that lead out to 7 on a layup inside by Abby Utsi. It was 18-11. South whittled it down to a tie game at the end of the third, 25 all, and then they outscored Buhler 17-7 in the fourth quarter to win by 9, 41-32 all total. They outscored the Crusaders in the second half, 31-18. Really, 2.5 quarters, fellas, of just fantastic basketball. Buhler switched to that man defense in the mid-third, and it really kind of sparked South and got them in some foul trouble.
Yeah, South's got some quickness, and they were able to display it against the man. But, yeah, it's one of those games that you've got to be happy for the girls that they played so much better than we played them the last time. And you talked about it, too, just being able to finish games. That's kind of the thing. We played well for most of the game, but not all of it. In order to get the W's, you usually got to finish.
Foul trouble, Carson, we talked about it in the second half. Get Hutton off the floor, that really hurt. Madison got in some foul trouble, and then, being down a big tonight obviously didn't help either. So.
Yeah, being down a big didn't help, and once Hutton had those 4 fouls, she had to play off just a little bit, and when they really needed pressure, you have to have her out there, but with 4 fouls, she's a little more tentative than she normally is, so that was a knock there on the Crusaders, but for most of the game, they played really well in that zone. They kept their foul trouble low. Their defense tonight in the first half really impressed me. One of the best performances defensively we've seen all year. And really to limit the three-pointers in the first half with that zone, we might see more of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Individual scoring numbers, Acacia Weiss finishes with 7, 3 for Sydney Peterson. 10 tonight for Kylie Arnold. Mariah Yonda was 6. Elena Herbal with 2. Lizzie Franco with 4. And Calissa Hamill with 9. South hit their first 5 shots from the free throw line, missed their last 2. And they finished up the night 5 of 7. Paige McDowell, that is a new career high for Paige. 7 for Taryn Horning. We're starting to see more consistency out of her. 8, 8, and 7 now in her last 3 games. And you go down to Mallory Hainan. 5 blocks by my count tonight. At least 5 or 6 boards to go along with her 8 points. Abby Utsi with 4. And Alex Hutton finished the night with 5. Hutton was 1 of 4 at the line. Horning 0 of 2. And not a lot of free throws at all. Shot in this game. 41-32 the final. Our Dix Phillips 66 Phillip of the game. Phillip on top tier gasoline, snacks, and more at Dix Phillips 66 at 4th and Stevens in Hutchinson. Family owned since 1963. Every journey begins with a stop at Dix Phillips 66. We'll take you back to 5:43 to play in tonight's second quarter. 8-8 score. Madison dribbling through traffic. Nice dish to Hainan for 2. Buhler has the lead.
Madison.
Unbelievable.
For Abby Madison.
The slash and the dash there as she dumps it off. What a cut by Madison, and what a great pass.
And that gave Buhler their first lead of the night. 10-8. Hainan was pretty good tonight.
Yes, she was. I mean, you think about, guys, how much more confident she is just shooting the basketball from earlier in the year, and just was a block machine tonight. You know, I had her down with 7 boards tonight, and even if she didn't get blocks, she altered so many shots dotting the bottom of the 2-3 zone.
Yeah, big presence of Hainan, and looking back on that play, the vision there of Madison to drive and be able to dish, that was very impressive. Really, Crusaders' first half was legit for the Lady Crusaders tonight.
Yeah, nice drive by Madison. She's gotten more aggressive, which has been good. And that dish to Mallory for 2, our Dix Phillips 66. More coming up from HKFM of the Crusaders Sports Network.
The Shirt Shack post-game show coming up on HKFM. Stream tonight's game live on your smartphone or tablet with the Ad Astra Radio app and on your smart speaker with TuneIn, powered by Nextech Wireless.
Do you bleed maroon and white? Do you want to help the students of BHS in their extracurricular activities? The Buhler High Booster Club helps support hundreds of students each year. To join, stop by the Buhler Closet at any home game or email BuhlerBoosterClub@gmail.com.
Rise Up Reno and Chief Hooper want to remind you about the importance of prevention.
You know, when kids or when families get involved in drugs, one of the things, unfortunately, that we see in law enforcement is that lots of times that behavior or the consequences of being involved in drugs leads to criminal behavior in our community.
Stand up for our community. Prevention matters. Rise up, Reno.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dal Hunt with Buhler Dental Care. At Buhler Dental Care, we have great registered hygienists to help schedule your family for convenience. You will receive high-quality dental care and build a positive relationship with our experienced staff in a pleasant and reassuring atmosphere. We like to have some fun with you and get to know you while you spend time with us. So be sure to give us a call at 620-543-2768 or email us at drdaldds@gmail.com. Buhler Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
And back here, our Shirt Shack post game from the Alex Samuels broadcast booth. And our Rifco Steel Products player of the game tonight. From storage tanks to steel walkways, stairways, and platforms. Rifco Steel Products, the experts in steel fabrication, online at rifcosb.com. And senior Mallory Hainan is tonight's player of the game with those 5 blocks, 5+ boards, 8 points. And that is the most points in the last 4 games for Mallory. Really played well without Lauren being able to go tonight, and they're going to need more of that down the stretch.
Yeah, you knew with Lauren being out that Hutton and Hainan were really going to have to shoulder the load as the senior leaders on the interior, and they did exactly just that tonight.
Yeah, game plan without Lauren, vital, and Crusaders came out and executed it very well in the first half.
Good stuff from Mallory Hainan. Buhler off to Heston on Friday. Our guys game coming up here. It ought to be a dandy against these 2 high-powered offenses. Which defense can win? I think defense actually which team can play the best defensively. We'll talk about it, break it down here coming up. But can Buhler beat the team that just beat Andover to win the SIT? Beat them a year ago. Love to see it here in the Fieldhouse on this Tuesday night. We've got more Crusader basketball coming up right here on the Crusader Sports Network and HKFM.
Our clients are the center of everything we do. Hi, this is Brett Henry. If you farm or in the agriculture, healthcare, construction, real estate, or own your own business, we'd love to talk to see how we can help your operation. Adams Brown.
Local high school sports. We have an experienced staff prepared to provide you with a variety of banking solutions. Please visit our website, fnbhutch.bank. That's fnbhutch.bank for more information. First National Bank of Hutchinson, we're first for you.
Visit one of the First's 5 convenient locations in Hutchinson, including inside Dillon's Marketplace. First National Bank of Hutchinson, member FDIC.
At Dick's Phillips 66, our family has kept motorists on the road for nearly 60 years. Hi, this is Janet Dick, inviting you to stop by our locally owned station at 1215 East 4th in Hutch. Dick's offers top-tier gasoline, grab-and-go food options, and friendly service. Wherever you're headed, every journey begins with a stop at Dick's Phillips 66, 4th and Stevens in Hutch.
Mann, Wyatt & Rice Personal Injury Law Firm is celebrating 20 years of helping victims recover their health and lives after a serious accident. Serving Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Colorado, our success stems from valuing people over profits. We look forward to another 20 years of fighting for victims' rights. Mann, Wyatt & Rice attorneys and staff wish Buhler athletes the best of luck this season. Mann, Wyatt & Rice, trusted, experienced, compassionate.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
And back here from
broadcasting from the
back here from Jim Baker Fieldhouse, Aaron West, Chris Shank, Carson Muller with you courtside. Guys game coming up, and we'll preview that momentarily. Get some final thoughts from Coach Mitchelstetter before we move on tonight. Coach, first of all, I thought first 2.5 quarters tonight by your kids, fantastic. They did everything right for that period, and had the lead, and boy, things not able to finish, but good start tonight.
Oh, yes. I was very proud of them, how they came out. They came out gunning. They had energy. They had motivation. I think in that middle of the third quarter, we started getting a little tired. When you're missing one of your key players, you kind of get a little less, more playing time, so you need a little bit more rest. But I try to sub in a couple kids to get them energy and everything. But I was pretty proud of them, how they came out and played. Third quarter, they just made little mistakes, fundamental mistakes that I think could have helped us rotating right and everything. We could have made a couple stops.
What do you think the big difference was that kind of allowed them to finish and come back?
Salina South coming back?
Yeah.
I think their energy level came up. I truly think they overlooked us since they beat us by 16 the first time a week ago. A tournament 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday playing, and then coming to play on Tuesday. Your legs get a little tired. I think they overlooked us the first couple quarters, but our girls were out ready to play.
Feels like you're continuing to grow, and as I mentioned, doing a lot of things right. Shooters getting more confidence. On that Mallory, you can see her confidence has grown so much.
I called her my volleyball player that game. Instead of just walling up like a good post player, it was like someone was setting her the ball to get blocks. Yeah. But she did well, very well tonight, and I think Emily Madison stepped up today as a leader. So
played quite a bit. You like the zone? Seemed to work well tonight.
I am not a zone person, but, when we play a team that we have to play zone against, we'll play zone against. So they did really well on defense, moving well. I think we started getting tired and not communicating as well. That's why we broke down a couple areas.
All right, Coach. Well, continued success on the road Friday, and continue to grow. Thanks for your time.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Talk to you Friday. That is Coach Sierra Mitchelstetter with us as guys are warming up on the floor with about 6 minutes to go here. Buhler coming in at 7-2 on the season, 4-1 in the league. Lost that opening, that semifinal game to Andover Friday at the SIT, but then came back Saturday and defeated Circle 49-35. And a solid tournament effort. Max Alexander, of course, setting the SIT record, 93 points. They're going to need a lot of him tonight. Interesting to see. I felt like we got tired in the second half last night, and that win over Circle, able to hold on and win 49-35. But how much are they going to have tonight against a team that really likes to run up and down the floor on offense?
Yeah, you talked about us getting tired. I think, talking with some of the parents after the game, you really kind of felt like one of the reasons Circle did so well on the offensive glass last night wasn't necessarily because they were amazing, but just we were a little bit tired. But the good news, fellas, last night, even though it wasn't a complete blowout, it still wasn't a game where we expended a ton of energy. And so that's something I think will help us this evening.
Yeah, and it was an early game, started at 6 o'clock, so Crusaders got home a little bit earlier. You got to see some younger kids play there at the end of the game, but Hawkinson is suited up and went through warm-ups. It'll be interesting to see how much he plays and how much effort he can and how full of percent he is to be able to give to this team because this is a newly KBCA Coaches Association second-ranked team in 5A, so they're not going to lay down and dive here for the Crusaders.
Yeah, interesting with Hawkinson, you see how much he's the kind of kid, though. You can't tell him, hey, go out there and just give me 60%. That's not in his makeup.
He is going to go till the wheels fall off, so we'll hope that, he can have a good night and continue to hopefully heal. And, and you talked about this team, Aaron. Man, just looking at who this Salina South team has beat along the way, we are dealing with a good squad wearing green and gold this evening.
Yeah, so defense going to be important. South long. They beat Andover in that championship game 55-52. I really did it on the defensive end, holding Andover to 52 points. They play really good defense, and then they get up and down. They love to run the floor. They share the ball so well. They're long. Just a great combination of kids off to an 8-0 start. It's going to be a tough task. Really going to have to anchor down.
It's the good thing is, you think about when Buhler has had some of the marquee matchups so far this year. With Andover, we were able to match Andover for a half. And so I really feel like tonight for Buhler, our seniors know that, hey, we're getting a great challenge in front of us. It's all going to be about putting together that full 4 quarters.
Yeah, interesting thing, South, this is their 9th game. This is the first time this season they have played outside of Salina. Even their one road game early in the year was crosstown at Salina Central. Then they played 3 games with the SIT. So they have not had a true road game yet this year. Does that affect them at all? I guess we'll find out. Coming up, 7-2 meets 8-0. Third ranked against second ranked here in the Fieldhouse tonight. Buhler and Salina South will get set with the starting lineups and the tip-off next. You're listening to Crusader Basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Next, the Crusader men tip-off in the second half of tonight's doubleheader. We're leading up to game time with the Midway Motors drive to the game. Stay tuned as Buhler Crusader basketball continues on HKFM.
Mann, Wyatt & Rice Personal Injury Law Firm is celebrating 20 years of helping victims recover their health and lives after a serious accident. Serving Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Colorado, our success stems from valuing people over profits. We look forward to another 20 years of fighting for victims' rights. Mann, Wyatt & Rice attorneys and staff wish Buhler athletes the best of luck this season. Mann, Wyatt & Rice, trusted, experienced, compassionate.
First National Bank is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. We have an experienced staff prepared to provide you with a variety of banking solutions. Please visit our website, fnbhutch.bank. That's fnbhutch.bank for more information. First National Bank of Hutchinson, we're first for you.
Visit one of the First's 5 convenient locations in Hutchinson, including inside Dillon's Marketplace. First National Bank of Hutchinson, member FDIC.
At Dick's Phillips 66, our family has kept motorists on the road for nearly 60 years. Hi, this is Janet Dick, inviting you to stop by our locally owned station at 1215 East 4th in Hutch. Dick's offers top-tier gasoline, grab-and-go food options, and friendly service. Wherever you're headed, every journey begins with a stop at Dick's Phillips 66, 4th and Stevens in Hutch.
Come visit us at Buhler Dental Care. Our friendly and experienced staff is here to help give you the best care around, and we like to have some fun and get to know you while you spend time with us. From regular fillings, cleanings, dental implants, or even if we have to, extractions, we can provide the treatments you need. We are always accepting new patients, so be sure to call us at 620-543-2768 to schedule your next appointment, or email online at drdaldes@gmail.com. Buhler Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
Game day is a big deal in our house. We don't just go to watch and cheer, we live and breathe it. Our squad is full of passion, snacks, and spirit, and we needed a car that could do more than transport us. We needed to participate with us. Midway Motors helped us find the winning ride from pre-gaming to post-game celebrations and everything in between. Midway Motors, for every mile of life. Find your game day car at midwaymotors.com.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Good to have the Buhler Crusader pep band back in the field house tonight. Under the direction of Amy Kraus, let's look at tonight's HCU Investment and Insurance Services starting lineups. Call Monty Cross with HCU Investment and Insurance Services, 669-0177. The 8-0 South Cougars, coached by Jason Hooper. A 6'5" senior, number 0, Colin Schreiber, averaging 9.5 points and 4 rebounds a game. A 6'1" senior, number 1, Josh Jordan, averaging 12.5 points, 5 rebounds a game. A 6'3" junior, number 3, A.J. Johnson, averaging 6.5 points, 7 boards. A 5'8" senior, number 5, Darrell Evans, averaging 3 points, 5 assists. And a 5'10" senior, number 10, Devin Youngins, averaging 14 points and 5 assists. So Schreiber, Jordan, Johnson, Evans, and Youngins for South, averaging 58 points a game. The Buhler Crusaders 7-2, 4-1 in Division III of the ABCTL, coached by Ryan Swanson. At one guard, a 6' senior, number 1, Max Alexander, averaging 24 points and 6 rebounds. Another guard, a 5'10" junior, number 14, Isaiah Hernandez, 6.5 points, 3 assists a game. In the post, a 6'2" senior, number 10, Reed Scott, averaging 4 points and 4 rebounds. A 6'4" sophomore, number 34, Jack Foth, averaging 15 points and 7 rebounds a contest. And I was looking to see who the 5th starter was.
You get Taden?
It is going to be Hawkinson, 6' senior. Taden Hawkinson wearing number 13 back after that injury, averaging 7 points and 3 rebounds. Alexander, Scott, Hawkinson, Hernandez, and both for Buhler. Buhler home whites, maroon black trim, maroon lettering, road blacks, the golden trim, green lettering for South. And the South Cougars will control the ball from left to right. We're underway with Crusader basketball here on KWHK Hutchinson and the Crusader Sports Network. Here's South in their half-court offense. It's Buhler's man, and Josh Jordan has got it up front. Streaming tonight online at adastraradio.com, the Ad Astra Radio app. Powered by Next Tech Wireless, because you're mobile and need to stay connected. Here is a three up top. Josh Jordan missed. Big rebound inside for Jack Voth.
First of the night. Jack had a big night boarding last night. Let's see if he can continue it tonight.
Hawkinson back from that knee injury, heavily braced up on the right side. Here is Max Alexander. Drives, dishes, Voth inside. Take it with a right. And Buhler leads 2-0.
Great looking floater by Jack in traffic.
2-0 start, 6:52 to play in the first, and now traveling the other way on South. The South Cougars shoot the ball well at 46% a game. 16 assists to just 13 turnovers. They share the ball really well.
Yeah, they've got some guards that can play. Josh Jordan, he had family members that played on some of those Sacred Heart State Championship teams. So
I mentioned defensively, nearly 11 steals a game as Max Alexander working the left baseline, draws contact and a foul. So Buhler's going to have to take care of the basketball tonight and really maximize on possessions. Foul underneath on Colin Schreiber will be his first, and the team's first. Here is Isaiah Hernandez to play it in. Up top to Hawkinson. Near side circle to Max Alexander. Paired on Josh Jordan. Max will drive to the bucket. And Buhler with back-to-back scores to make it 4-0.
Max looking comfortable here early on, Carson.
Yes, he is.
Here's a three by Jordan. The other way, and it's perfect. Jordan shoots 30% from the wing, and it's 4-3.
Right in the center of the cylinder there for Jordan.
6:06 to go in the first. Alexander the other way, high. Here's side circle to Hernandez in the corner to Voth. Jack is going to drive. This is off to Hawkinson. Tatum will turn the corner. Plays it far side to Alexander. Max off a screen. Drives left side lane line. Nice dish off the glass for two. And two early buckets for Max.
They're defending Max really well, but he is just so quick with the ball in his hands.
3-point game, 6-3. South the other way, and a charge taken by Alexander. That'll be his third of the season.
Josh Jordan will get whistled for the foul.
And the foul on Jordan, his first.
Great job. This Crusader team has made so much hay this year by taking those charges.
Team foul number 2 on South. Here comes Hernandez the other way. Off to Hawkinson. Hawkinson looking far side. Hernandez. Right corner, Voth for three. Yes, Jack Voth!
What can he not do?
JV's got 5. It's 9-3. Buhler by 6. Jordan the other way. Got some scouts from Hutch JUCO in the crowd tonight.
Yes, notice the fellas across the way.
Here's Youngins for 3. Count it. And it's a 3-point game.
So both the South's buckets have been trays here in this first half.
He is a 50% shooter, 45%. He's good on the season. The other way, shot blocked. Alexander had it blocked by Johnson. And now a steal. And Alexander, though, was out of bounds when he snapped the ball away. And he'll give it right back to South. Substitutions here. Jackson Hayes, 5'10" senior. Tajon McDaniels, 6'3" sophomore up. South's bench will check in.
Along with Cade Barber.
Substitutions for Buhler. Hayden Keller, 6' junior, will check in along with Braden Skripczyk, a 6'3" senior. You mentioned Cade Barber, 5'11" senior, also on the floor. So a lot of substitutions here early. 9-6, 4:29 to play in the first. Here is Barber with it, and he turns it over.
Yeah, Barber caught the ball with his heels on the far sideline.
It's got to be the pink shoes.
It is, but notice some of the other South players. A.J. Johnson has a pink tone. Actually, wow, there's pink shoes everywhere out there, fellas.
It's like Easter. 9-6. Here's Hawkinson on a drive. Kicks to Alexander, far side circle. Buhler by 3. Max inside, hard take against A.J. Johnson. Boy, I tell you, look how strong Johnson is. He is built.
Yes. He does not look like a senior in high school, fellas.
Well, the thing about him, he's been playing since he was a freshman, and he has grown a ton. He used to be pretty slender. He's not anymore. First out of him, third team foul. Buhler to play it in the left of the basket. Hawkinson into Skripczyk. Off to Keller. Keller gave him some great minutes in the SIT. Here's the drive, pull up. Max, the free throw line, he's got 6.
He is feeling it tonight.
Well, it doesn't seem like his game rises against the big teams.
That's why I feel like with Max, the brighter the lights, the better the night for the senior.
And see if the rest of the team can match. Up 11-6, they lead by 5. South the other way, right side circle. Cade Barber. They play it off far side. Johnson. I feel like Johnson settled a couple of times here in this first quarter. Rebound Buhler. Crusaders the other way. Alexander. Max wants to drive again and scores again.
When he can take it in and then kind of fade away from the backside and lay it in good, it is a good night to be Max Alexander.
13-6, 3:23 to play in the first. Full timeout by the South Cougars. Buhler up early here in the Fieldhouse on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
Experts in design and installation of carpet, tile, wood, and vinyl floor covering. Proudly sponsoring Buhler High School activities, Newfeld's Flooring in downtown Buhler.
Each and every day, WIFCO Steel products are trusted to provide access and infrastructure for a wide range of purposes. For more info on what WIFCO can do for you, go to wifcosp.com. WIFCO Steel Products, the experts in steel fabrication.
Prairie Bank of Kansas is a local bank with local concerns. You'll find us in the heart of the community, helping wherever we're needed. We enjoy working with local schools to help promote activities like sports and extracurricular learning. We hope you support these valuable activities too. We'll be right here with you. Visit one of our locations in Stafford, Buhler, Inman, or Hutchinson, or check us out online at prairiebankks.com. Prairie Bank of Kansas. How banking should be.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Way out of the timeout, talked about the strength of A.J. Johnson. Gets inside, missed the shot, but is fouled by Jack Foth. That'll be the first on Jack, first team foul. It'll put Johnson at the line where he shoots 53%. This is not a good foul shooting team. And maybe that's something Buhler can use to their advantage tonight. They shoot as a team just 58%. Maybe that chink in the arsenal.
Yes, because typically, you know, if you're a really good team and you're not a great free throw shooting team, you just have great offensive firepower.
And Johnson 1 of 2, 13-7 lead is 6. Here comes Hernandez the other way. Crusader basketball brought to you by Fee Insurance, by Jackson Meat, Dix Phillips 66, Sunflower Electric Supply at H&R Block. Max got stuck in no man's land under the basket, turns it over, taken by Jackson Hayes the other way. Second Buhler turnover now. Right back through the hands of Tajon McDaniel.
And great hands by Hayden Keller to help bat it away.
And Buhler gives it back. Max for 3, missed. Rebound Josh Jordan for South. Here come the Cougars down by 6. Jordan dribbling it far side. Up top to Jackson Hayes. Back far side to Jordan. Plays it right side circle. McDaniel for 3, missed back iron. Rebound Alexander.
Max's first board of the evening.
Alexander with 8 points here in the first quarter. Plays it off the bounce near side to Isaiah Hernandez. Isaiah crossover dribble off to Skripczyk. Skripczyk with a hook shot inside, missed for the foul. And that'll put Braden at the line. Shooting 2, he is 80% on the year. And talk about the chink in the armor for South. That has been a big bonus for Buhler in the first half of the year, is how well they've shot at the free throw line.
Yeah, this Crusader team is remarkable from the free throw line. You know, Skripczyk being an 80% free throw shooter, there's still a couple guys better than him even.
First free throw on the way is good. As Colin Schreiber and Devin Youngins return for South. Jordan and Johnson go out. Skripczyk knocks down the first free throw try of the night for the Crusaders. Back to a 7-point lead. Braden second. Got that one too, and Reed Scott in and Skripczyk out. 15-7. Buhler by 8, 2:09 left in the first quarter.
And some of the faith Coach Swanson has in Skripczyk, he didn't even have anybody in the lane to try to get an offensive rebound.
Youngins plays it inside. Pass too strong for Schreiber and out of bounds, and we'll go back the other way.
Yeah, Youngins just airmailed that right down the lane, and Schreiber couldn't get to the ball, and fourth turnover of the night on the Cougars.
South with full court pressure here as they pick up Hernandez in backcourt. Isaiah picked up his dribble, stuck at the timeline, and coach will have to burn a timeout. 1:48 left in the first. Buhler 15, Salina South 7 on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
Here had an unfortunate incident where sewage started to leak into the museum level. Given that we are supposed to care for and protect historic artifacts, we immediately called Phoenix Restoration because we knew Ryan and his team, they would work with us and get the situation eliminated so we could continue our operation.
Reno County's only locally owned fire and water restoration company is Phoenix Restoration. They'll help you rise again after your disaster. Online at phoenixrestoration.com.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
1:44 left here in the first. Buhler ball up 15-7. Hernandez. Floater from the left baseline missed. Rebound inside pulled out by Tejan McDaniel. Youngins the other way for South. Works his way to the lane. Tries to force it inside. Knocked loose. Saved by the Cougars. Out to the left wing. And a three is open for Cade Barber.
I don't know what about Barber. From the instant he checked into this game, you just knew he was going to be a guy that shot lots of threes.
5-point game. Here the other way. Hawkinson has it far side circle. Up near the timeline to Hernandez. Back to Tayden. Tayden looks inside, nothing there. Up top to Keller. Keller back to Hawkinson. Alexander on the bench right now. Here's Scott. Corner to Voth.
Trying to get Max a little rest here at the quarter.
Jack taking Schreiber inside. Contact, missed the shot, but a foul. That'll be 2 on Colin Schreiber. And it'll put Jack Voth at the line. Voth with 5 points in this first quarter. First trip to the stripe where he shoots 67%.
And Schreiber, their main rim protector, he's the tallest guy on South's roster.
First free throw by Jack is good. Grant Ricker in for the first time tonight, the sophomore guard for Buhler. Hayden Keller goes out. A.J. Johnson returns for South. Crusader basketball here, brought to you by the Mid-Kansas Credit Union. By Newfelt's Flooring, also by Hutchinson Community College, by First National Bank, and by Man Wyatt and Rice. Here's Josh Jordan back as well for the Cougars. One more at the line for Jack Voth. Free throw is good. Voth has got 7.
Jack contributing big offensively again tonight for the Crusaders.
17-10, 7-point game. Here is Johnson the other way. Spin move off the right block. And fouled again. That is going to be called on Reed Scott. It'll be the first on Reed.
Well, A.J. Johnson just went right at Reed. Reed had pretty good position, but as Johnson kind of switched direction, caught Reed a little off guard, and he got him with the hand.
A.J. Johnson, 1 of 2 here in the first quarter at the stripe. First free throw is good. Max Alexander returning with 31 seconds to go in the quarter, replacing Grant Ricker. Johnson will have one more. 6'3" senior. And he got them both. So 3 of 4 now with the stripes, 17-12. Lead again is 5. Hernandez will take the point across the timeline, picked up by Youngins. Off to Voth, back to Isaiah. Buhler setting up to hold for a final shot of the quarter here. Isaiah out high near the timeline, dribbling with the left hand. Gives up to Max. Max picked up by Johnson. Max will drive inside, tried the kick out, not there. And Youngins ahead, missed the layup at the buzzer. And that'll get us to the end of the first. Buhler with a turnover to finish, but missed opportunity on the other end for South. And a 17-12 game. Buhler up 5 after 1 on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
And bringing healthy living opportunities through our youth and adult sports, wellness and fitness classes, and several of our community events and races. We're also your community spirit provider, offering endless recreational opportunities at Dillon Nature Center, Senior Center at Elmdale Park, the Sports Arena, plus Hutch Rec downtown. See all of the community spirit and healthy living opportunities Hutch Rec provides your community at hutchrec.com and on our Hutch Rec Facebook page.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. Buhler swimming 7th out of 10 teams at Newton yesterday, where divers Clayton Webster and Colton Webster took 2nd and 3rd. Spencer Hines 5th in the 100 fly. Buhler ball and a turnover to start the second. Hernandez fell down. Layup on the other end. The outlet to Tajon McDaniel.
And South, a good enough team, they're going to punish you with those turnovers.
17-14 and a second straight giveaway. Here comes Youngins. Count the bucket and a foul against Jack Voth. And what a hot start to the second for the South Cougars. And that is what they do best, fellas. They turn defense into very quick offense.
That's a big foul for Buhler, as Voth picking up his second here in the first 30 seconds of the second quarter.
And Jack comes out, replaced by Braden Skripczyk. Chance for the three-point play at the line for Youngins. First trip to the stripe where he shoots 74%. And it's up and good. Swimming, Buhler's 400 free relay took 3rd yesterday. That was Webster's, Colton, Clayton, and Caleb, along with Spencer Hines.
Yeah, it's good to get the Websters back. They thought for a while they weren't going to be able to swim.
That's a lot of Websters.
Yes.
Here is Reed Scott, right side. We're tied at 17. 7-0 South run to start the second. Isaiah's got it. Off to Skripczyk. Boy, nice speed in the lane to Taden, and they're going to call the charge.
Yeah, Josh Jordan, we're going to say has feet set before Taden took it in strong, so that'll be Taden's first.
So the first on Hawkinson. 14 foul of the half, and now South can take their first lead. They have trailed by as many as 7 on, actually as many as 8 here in the first half. 7-0 run currently. And they've got the ball with 6:49 to play. To our right, Youngins, far side, and a near steal. Evans, pass off the mark, but it went off the foot of Hawkinson.
Yep, so the kick will keep it with the Cougars.
The foot is not in play.
Nope.
Youngins to play it in, right of the basket. Into McDaniel. Back to Youngins in the corner for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, Alexander. Pulled down by Max. Off to Hernandez for an open 3. Rims long. Rebound popped high up in the air. And then taken by A.J. Johnson. Boy, he can really get up.
He can. That should have actually been South's ball because the ball went up and touched the top of the backboard.
The other way, 3. Good by Josh Jordan, his second tray, and it's a 3-point game.
And just like that, the Cougars, these first 2 minutes of this second quarter, take their first lead.
A 10-0 run here. Buhler needs a basket. Alexander up near the timeline. I don't know how Johnson got away with all of that. He had his arm wrapped around Reed Scott, pushed Reed out of the way, and then made contact in the lane with Alexander, and after all that, they're going to call a turnover on the Crusaders.
I mean, Max got dusted up pretty good in there, and yeah, surprising no call. That's the 7th turnover on the Crusaders.
Well, I was more surprised. Johnson had his arm wrapped around Reed Scott. Now a travel called on Josh Jordan.
Maybe a little bit of a
makeup?
Yes.
So it is Hernandez, Scott, Skripsic, Keller, and Hawkinson on the floor for Buhler. Alexander and both out. Here is Isaiah. Off to Hawkinson. Taden. Crossover. Plays it in the corner to Hernandez. Off to Keller. Keller up top. They'll work it left corner to Hawkinson. Taden dribbling with the right hand. Through the hands of Skripsic. Stolen away by Josh Jordan. Jordan going strong the other way. Layup good. And the run is 12-0. The lead is now 5. 22-17. And Coach Swanson wants a timeout. Buhler looking gassed here with 5:10 to go in the second. 22-17 South. And we're back in 30 seconds on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Sons Roofing Company. Today I brought our 4-year-old grandson, Brogan. Brogan, did you know Ray & Sons Roofing is 80 years old this year? Do you know what that means?
No, Papa.
It means we have a lot of experience. Brogan, did you know we have been the best of the best every year? You know what that means?
What, Papa?
People trust us, and that's a very good thing. For a free inspection or estimate, go to rayandsons.com.
Roof the right way, the right way.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Crusader Basketball tonight brought to you by Midwest Iron and Metal, by Wade Penn Insurance, by The Medicine Shop, Apex Shears, and by Ray & Sons Roofing. Jack Voth returns along with Max Alexander for Buhler. A 12-0 South run, 22-17. Buhler needs a bucket here. Last bucket came at the end of the fourth quarter. Now Hawkinson almost lost the dribble, gets it back. Nearly threw it away, but saved by Max Alexander right in front of the scores table.
Yeah, great extension by Max.
Max for three, missed, back iron. Rebound South. Buhler's got cold offensively. Here comes Johnson. Johnson off to Youngins. Out top to Johnson. Far side, Evans for three. Goodness.
Wow.
25-17. Simo, you're awfully quiet over there, buddy.
Just observing.
That's the 5th tray tonight for South.
15-0 run here. And they're up 8. Buhler desperately needs a back basket. And that won't fall for Max at the right elbow.
Buhler getting a lot of one-shot possessions. South crashing the glass and making us pay at the other end.
South controls with the lead, up 8. 4:07 to play in the half. Here is Josh Jordan. He'll shoot the open three, and that is good.
His 3rd tray. He has half of their 6.
And the lead is 11. 18-0 run. That'll get you every time. And now Johnson with a foul on Alexander.
That's 2 on A.J. Johnson, so maybe the Crusaders can catch a break with
Grant Ricker back. And along with Reed Scott, Skripsic, and Hawkinson go out. Well, Buhler will have Wednesday and Thursday off. That'll be their 2 days. First 2 days in a row of rest since last Wednesday. They have not had multiple days off in a week.
Stack it, stack it. Help him.
Well, South, you knew coming in was going to be the best team that we played all season long.
Yeah, we won't see a better team than this all year. Including, they're close with Andover. I think Andover, there's a shot inside. Alexander missed and a foul. Now, I also think if Buhler is at full strength and had a normal week, they'd have much more gas in the tank. But, I mean, a lot of game to go here, so you never know what's going to happen. Alexander at the free throw line. That ends an 18-0 South run as Braden Skripczyk is back and Voth goes out.
Yeah, if Buhler can whittle this down, maybe get it down to a single-digit lead here before the half.
I think of the teams we've seen, Andover and South, they actually remind me a lot of each other.
Yes. Everyone can handle the ball.
Another three, this time by Darrell Evans.
He's got 2 trays.
31-19. The lead was briefly 9. And now it's 12, and we've got a collision and a foul in the lane as Darrell Evans trying to take a charge. And that is going to put Max Alexander back at the line. So Max, 2 trips down the floor, has gotten Evans inside.
8th team foul on South.
That's going to get Evans out of the game, replaced by Cade Barber.
That's something that could come back to help the Crusaders, the fact that they've got 3 starters with 2 fouls, South does.
So Max back to the stripe, 2 more free throws, first missed. Rebound A.J. Johnson. Ahead to Josh Jordan. Up top, Johnson shoots the 3 ball, missed. Rebound Braden Skripczyk.
Good job by Skrip clearing the glass there.
And the other way, a foul from behind as Tajon McDaniel tried to steal it from Alexander.
So Max will go back to the line to shoot the front end of a 1-and-1.
That is 9 team fouls, or will this be the 10th now?
That's 9. So next foul committed by South will put the Crusaders in the double.
That is the second on Tajon McDaniel. He becomes the 4th Cougar with 2 fouls in this game. Good to know we're good. I was worried for a minute.
All good in the hood.
This is Max's 3rd trip to the stripe in the first half. And the first is on the way and good.
So when you're having an offensive drought and you're the Buhler Crusaders, something you can go to, just having Max go at that rim.
That's what Max and Jack both do really so well.
Slash and dash and try and make something happen.
Max makes 2, 31-23. Lead is 10, 2:52 left. Well, the bench really trying to transfer some energy here. Johnson inside, score it, and a foul.
A.J. Johnson so good at those drives. Getting contact.
And Jack Voth will return. Reed Scott goes out with his 2nd personal foul. Chance for a 3-point play at the line for Johnson, who is 2 of 3 at the stripe here in the game.
It's right when Buhler got it down to single-digit lead.
And Johnson converts on the 3-point play, 34-23.
What a great job by Jack Voth. He got the defender airborne. That was Barber.
Good take the other way by Jack. Basket right back. Josh Jordan hits a 3 from the left wing.
12 points for the senior.
Lead is 12. Now a 3 the other way, missed by Voth. Grant Ricker with a rebound inside. His pass off the mark. Max hits the deck. And we're going to have he missed the dunk. Josh Jordan lazy with the dunk, and he missed it. Rebound Buhler, Grant Ricker for 3, missed short. Rebound South. Well, nothing will get a coach's ire like when you can take the easy layup and you miss the dunk.
I can sound like an old person here and say the old "don't fake the funk" on a nasty dunk.
Did not work. 3, left corner, missed short by Tajon McDaniel. Rebound Grant Ricker. Peter the other way, 90 seconds to go in the quarter. Down by 12. Alexander, far side Ricker. Corner to Hernandez. Up top Max. South in a man. And Max will back it up off to Skripczyk. Far corner Voth. Jack on the 3, it's good!
Huge bucket for Voth. Gets the Crusaders back to within single digits.
37-28. Lead is 9, 1:11 left here before halftime. Tonight, 32nd timeout. We are back in half a minute on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier two-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today to learn more about what we have to offer. Visit hutchcc.edu/admissions for more information.
Hi, this is Brett Henry, and for the past 75 years at Adams Brown Barron & Ball, we've served Kansas and America. To celebrate our 75th anniversary, we have rebranded to Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs. For more information on our exciting changes, check out adamsbrowncpa.com and see why we are above and beyond.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Well, 1:11 left to go here in the second, fellas, and Peter's really going to have to dig down deep in the second half and manufacture some extra in those legs.
Well, the thing I'm really impressed with, guys, at one point in time it looked like South was maybe going to blow the doors off the Crusaders, but Buhler's answered back in those stops at the defensive end and got it back to single digits.
Yeah, and halftime adjustments are always big for these Crusaders, and getting a little break, they don't look super tired as they were in the Andover game, so we'll see how they come out after half.
37-28, 57 seconds left here in the first half for Buhler.
South wants to hold it for the last shot of the half. Coach Swanson will take that gift all day long.
Crusaders, their third straight week with 3 games. This is their 5th game in 6 days.
Who's counting, right?
Josh Jordan dribbling up near the timeline. He's counting seconds here.
Yep.
Down inside 26. Boy, probably good that Voth isn't in at this point. You want to pick him up with a 3rd foul, but that also gives you less protection at the rim here. And I doubt that South is going to settle for a 3. Down to 8 seconds. And Josh Jordan will start the offense. I like that foul.
So Ricker.
Grant picks up the foul, but I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't allow them to get into whatever that offensive play was going to be.
Yeah, with the inbound taking place right in front of the Crusader bench, they got only 3.6 seconds left to go to try to get something going.
Well, you got to protect the rim, watch underneath. Jordan will drive again, contested 2, missed, put back at the buzzer, no, and that'll get us to halftime. And I don't mind that foul at all by Grant Ricker because it doesn't allow them to get into whatever that play was going to be, and it forces them a tougher inbound play and a tougher shot.
And it was far enough away from the basket before the shot to avoid any sort of and-one try.
Yeah, and Coach Swanson was in Grant's ear the whole time, being able right in front of the bench. He switched Max and Grant there just because he knew that they had 5 fouls and they could give one up.
All right, we are 2 quarters in here in our guys' game tonight. And a 9-point game. Buhler led by as many as 8 in the first half. South by as many as 11. Your score, Salina South 37 and Buhler 28. Crusader basketball brought to you by the Rise Up Reno Prevention Network, by the Prairie Bank of Kansas, Whifco Steel Products, by Erickson Custom Building, and by HCU Investment and Insurance Services. Our halftime is next here on HKFM of the Crusader Sports Network.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM. Stay tuned for tonight's Prairie Bank of Kansas halftime report. Prairie Bank of Kansas, serving Central Kansas since 1886.
Did you know that it's estimated that the salt deposits under Kansas could supply the entire world's salt needs for the next 250,000 years? Cargill Salt of Hutch is proud to support the schools of Reno County. Collaborate, create, succeed. Cargill Salt of Hutchinson.
Protect your equipment and get rewarded by purchasing premium Cenex lubricants with Cenex gift cards for gallons. You can earn a $50 Visa gift card for every 100 gallons of Cenex diesel engine oils, tractor hydraulic fluids, gear lubes, and greases purchased between November 1st, 2020 through February 28, 2021. See Central Prairie Co-op for qualifying Cenex products and promotion details. Some exclusions apply. And don't forget to ask your dealer about the best warranty in the industry, the Cenex Total Protection Plan. Maximized equipment performance, powered locally.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dal Hunt with Buhler Dental Care. At At Buhler Dental Care, we have great registered hygienists to help schedule your family for convenience. You will receive high-quality dental care and build a positive relationship with our experienced staff in a pleasant and reassuring atmosphere. We like to have some fun with you and get to know you while you spend time with us. So be sure to give us a call at 620-543-2768 or email us at drdowelldds@gmail.com. Buhler Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
Issues of dissent within the Nickerson South Hutchinson USD 309 Board of Education reached a head last night when the contract of Superintendent Dr. John Johnson was not extended. A statement from USD 309 this afternoon said continued dissension among the 5 sitting board members, there are 2 vacancies, resulted in 2 board members leaving the meeting early, which resulted in the non-extension. Dr. Johnson's tenure as superintendent will end June 30th. The statement concluded saying, quote, though the board issues are of concern, the administration and staff continue to be committed to providing the best educational opportunities to the students of USD 309. The Hutchinson Red Cross Community Blood Drive is underway right now, and it's the annual Battle of the Badges where Hutchinson Police and Fire Departments are trying to get the most donors out. That drive going on this afternoon until 6 and Wednesday from 7 to 1 at First Presbyterian Church at Sherman and Poplar. Also going on Friday from 11 to 6 at Advanced America at 4th and Severance. Appointments for the Friday drive are limited. You can make an appointment by going to redcrossblood.org or use the Red Cross donor app and use sponsor code Hutchinson. Blood drive's also going on Wednesday from 9 to 3 at the MKC Learning Center in Mount Ridge and the Newton Recreation Center at 415 North Poplar. On Thursday from 9 to 3 at Central Christian College in McPherson and from noon till 6 at the Canton Community Center, and on Friday from 11 to 5 at St. Paul Lutheran Church west of Haven and noon to 6 at Buhler Mennonite Brethren Church. There are very limited appointments left for the Buhler Blood Drive coming up on Friday. Our forecast this evening is calling for snow. We could see an inch of accumulation around Hutchinson, a little more to the north and west, a low of 16. For Wednesday, morning clouds, afternoon sun, a high 29. Wednesday night, mostly clear, a low 16. Sunshine, not as cold Thursday, a high 43. More news anytime at adastraradio.com. I'm Lucky Kid.
Stream tonight's game live on your smartphone or tablet with the Ad Astra Radio app and on your smart speaker with TuneIn. Powered by Next Tech Wireless. You're listening to the Prairie Bank of Kansas Halftime Report.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Hutchinson, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Sheila Metzger, agent at the Sheila Metzger Agency. Call me at 665-0400 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
From the minute you walk into Dr. Ediger's office, it's very cozy and warm. The gals that work there are just super sweet and super kind and really make an effort to get to know you and ask about you and your families. They definitely build relationships with their customers at Dr. Ediger's.
Hi, this is Dr. Corey Ediger, inviting you and your family to call me at 663-9136. That's 663-9136. Or stop by my office at 200 East 30th to make an appointment today at Ediger Family Dental.
Where patients come first.
Rise Up Reno and Donna Davis want to remind you that prevention matters. Prevention is having goals, holding leadership roles, and being connected to the community.
Early prevention efforts can help us make our community and our economy better and healthier by keeping young people engaged in productive accomplishments, not addiction.
Rise Up Reno is prevention. Rise up, Reno.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
I really don't like my picture being taken. I am not a picture guy.
Well, but if there's anybody that can make you look good, Aaron,
it's the Photo Cowboy.
The Photo Cowboy.
Back here at halftime, Inside the Numbers, brought to you by Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs, proudly serving businesses in Kansas for the past 70 years. Great start for the Crusaders. Jumped out to that 8-point lead early. It's 15-7. Then South into the second quarter goes on an 8-0 run to lead by 11, 28-17, led by as many as 12. In the second, they outscored Buhler in the second period, 25-9. They lead by 9. Jack Voth got it to within 3 at halftime on a corner three, 37-28. That's where we're at halftime here. Not a lot of free throws shots. Josh Jordan, 14 points to lead all scores for the Cougars. 6 for A.J. Johnson, 4 from the foul line where he was 4 of 5. Terrell Evans was 6. Devin Youngins with 5. He was 1 of 1 at the stripe. 2 points from Tajon McDaniel and 3 for Cade Barber. Buhler got 12 in the first half for Max Alexander, who went 4 of 5 at the stripe. 2 for Braden Skripczyk and 12 from Jack Voth. Skripczyk and Voth were both 2 of 2 at the free throw line. So Buhler's got to find some energy in the second half, and really I think 2 things. Obviously defensively, got to slow South down, and then I'd like to see Buhler get back to that penetration game with Alexander and Voth. Get to the rim, get to the line, and really force South to guard them.
Yeah, and you talked about it. I mean, I really feel like when Max was having some success on the dribble drive, it was when Jack was out there, because they had to deal with both of them. And then Jack got into some foul trouble, and it made it to where pretty much Max was their only threat to take it in. But I guess the glass half full side of me sits there and goes, okay, South had to put up a 25-point quarter to retake the lead on us. Maybe, just maybe, that quarter will be a little bit like our second quarter against Andover, where they spent a lot of energy trying to come back.
We're going to get Moeller back with some energy, too. He's looking a little tired over here.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm good.
Okay.
But you look at, let's look at the points, and they're all from beyond the, most of them are from beyond the arc. And so you live by the 3 and you die by the 3. We've said that a lot tonight. And so halftime adjustments, as I said, are big. Coach Swanson does a great job in being able to get Josh Jordan off his game. He has 4 trays tonight, so just applying a little more pressure beyond the arc and trying to frustrate them, bringing the ball down, is probably what we'll see from the Crusaders.
All right, 37-28. We're going to take a 90-second break here. 90 seconds back, second half on HKFM of the Crusader Sports Network.
This has been the Prairie Bank of Kansas Halftime Report. Find Prairie Bank of Kansas online at prairiebankks.com. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Parking lots and driveways can be expensive to install. This is Derek Fees. Let APAC Kansas Shears Division help you properly maintain these investments. Patching, crack filling, sealing, and striping are just some of the services we provide. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
If you need a piece of metal or an angle for a small project or a complete fabrication project done, call us at Johnson Sheet Metal or stop by 512 South Main in Hutchinson. We know metal. Hi, this is Sarah Johnson, and my family has been in business for 99 years. With a huge stock of different sheets, shapes of steel, stainless, galvanized, and aluminum, Johnson Sheet Metal has what you need. We cut to size, bend, roll, punch, or weld to your specifications, and can make your ag replacement panels too. Call us today. Johnson Sheet Metal, 620-662-0224.
With Progressive, Wade Patton Insurance will make shopping for car insurance simple. Progressive leads the way when it comes to available discounts, claim forgiveness, and customer service. We're excited to discuss how their innovative Snapshot program can potentially give you up to 30% off your premium. Progressive also is very competitive on motorcycle, boat, and RV insurance with benefits like disappearing deductibles. Wade Patton Insurance is your local Progressive insurance agency. Call us today at 662-5469 or stop in at 527 North Main for a no-stress, no-obligation quote.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Well, it'll be Buhler ball to start the second half here, left to right, 37-28. Here's Max Alexander up top to Hawkinson. Our side to Max, guarded by A.J. Johnson. Reed Scott, nice screen, pull up, free throw line jumper, good. And a good way to start the third quarter.
Max can heat up. That's going to make the Crusaders' path to victory a little smoother.
We're within 7. And South the other way. Inside Schreiber said a lot in that second quarter. He gets deep inside here. I feel like it's been a frustrating game so far for Reed Scott.
Yeah, Reed getting that third foul right there. That is huge.
He has had a frustrated look on his face. He was our player of the game last night. Did so many great things, and he's just fouls have not allowed him to settle into the game.
Yeah, and having that third so quick, it's going to be tough for him to be a factor here in this second half.
Skripczyk comes back. Schreiber Just 18% at the stripe on the year, in and out, no good. But a rebound inside for A.J. Johnson, but taken away by Buhler.
Both coming up with it.
39-33 the other way, missed. Rebound South. Here comes Josh Jordan. South so good off those loose ball rebounds. Youngins into the lane. Oh, nobody there to guard. Schreiber underneath and layup good.
Yeah, Schreiber didn't score in the first half. He's got 2 buckets here in this early third.
41-30, lead 11. Ball loose on Buhler's into the floor, saved by Taden Hawkinson. Taden will drive, dishes right corner. Here's Hernandez off to Voth. Voth over Schreiber inside, count it. Boy, if I'm Jack Voth, Schreiber's got those 2 fouls. Go right at him.
Yes, that was quite the shot as Schreiber just came flying at him.
41-32, and now South will throw it away on their right baseline. We'll go back the other way. Live tonight from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Allen Samuels, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Online at allensamuelshutch.com. Here comes Hernandez. Shot blocked in the lane by Colin Schreiber. Youngins ahead to Jordan. Hitter gets back on defense. Here's Jordan off the dribble. Spins his way to the right block.
Good help defense by Skripczyk.
Oh, Youngins around Alexander. Into Johnson. Skripczyk's got to be tall, and Johnson will score it. 41-32. Lead is 11. Both the other way. Blocked out of bounds by Schreiber.
Jack was taking your advice there, Aaron, going right at Schreiber, trying to draw number 3.
I'd like to see him again, just take it a step further into the body. Get Schreiber out of position. Be tougher for him. If you're into his body, it's tougher to block that shot.
And without Schreiber on the floor, South's defense gets a heck of a lot shorter.
Here's Alexander off the dribble around Youngins. Youngins tried to fake his way into a charge, and the ref didn't bite. He calls a foul on Devin.
Was it Marcus Smart that was the player at Oklahoma State that used to just...
he is a flopper. I mean, he got... He'd fall over with a slight breeze.
Well, to me, he's the poster child of the flop.
Here's Jack. Jack driving inside, shooting over. Josh Jordan missed it. Rebound South, ahead Youngins. Youngins will drive, gives up to Jordan. Jordan drives inside, off the window, missed. Rebound Hawkinson.
That was a great play there made by Hawkinson as he realized he didn't have position and just kind of pulled back to avoid getting the foul.
Hawkinson the other way, 43-32. 5:13 to go in the third. Here's Max. Poked away from behind by Jordan. Jordan the other way, and Alexander, oh my goodness. Alexander commits the foul as Jordan is falling out of bounds. He throws it up in the air, and wouldn't you know, it found the net.
On a wing and a prayer, he hurled that from below the belt.
That'll be the first on Max. He comes out of the game along with Hawkinson, Keller, and Ricker back. And Jordan at the line. He has got 16 points, 60% foul shooter. And the extra is good. 3-point play. 46-32. Lead is 14. Peter the other way. Hernandez rifles it to Keller. Hayden back off to Hernandez in front court. Here is Ricker along the left baseline. Ethan inside. Kicks to Keller. Keller up top to Ricker. Grant will drive. Ball knocked away. And a pass to the wing stolen away by Johnson. So active defensively. Now Johnson stripped by Voth.
Great job by Voth getting back and being smart, defending but not picking up the foul.
Peter the other way. Do they teach that play to pretend like you're fouled when you lose the ball?
I think it's just a part of the game now.
Here's Jack with a drive. He is tied up on the baseline. And they're going to call a jump ball, arrow to the it's going to be South ball as Max comes back.
Be the 4th turnover on the Crusaders this half compared to South's 2.
Hawkinson also back in. Skripczyk and Ricker go out.
So Buhler had it down to a single-digit game at half, and South getting a little bit more separation here.
Boy, Buhler really thin on that front line. That moves Keller down to the 4. Really Hawkinson playing the 4 now, giving up a ton of size inside. Max trying to poke the ball away from A.J. Johnson, and he'll be charged with a reach-in foul.
Max is second. He has two of the 3 fouls here in the second half on the Crusaders.
Yeah. Colin Schreiber is a full head taller than Tayden Hawkinson. And Tayden commits the foul inside. That is going to put Schreiber at the line.
The second on Hawkinson, but yeah, Schreiber is a guy, man, we can't emphasize enough.
And guys, they called that one on Alexander. He reached in and swatted up the ball, so that's 3 quick fouls here in about 2 minutes.
Boy, I didn't see that.
I didn't either. Good call there, Carson.
First free throw is good. Schreiber sat a lot in the first half. He's changed the game in the third quarter. They're playing more inside to him now. And he knocks down both free throws. 48-32. Lead is 16.
And now South throwing up some full court pressure.
Full court pressure. They get it inbounds to Hawkinson. Now off to Vogt. Jack across the timeline. Jack drives, kicks. Hayden Keller for 3 in the right corner, missed. Rebound South. Here comes Darrell Evans.
Whoa.
Inside, a big collision. And Max Alexander takes the charge. Boy, he took one right in the chest.
Yeah, that's one that Max is wincing getting up to his feet. Not all charges are created equal, and Max earned his keep on that one.
That is the 3rd foul on Colin Schreiber. He will come out of the game. And Buhler will have the ball back with 3:42 left here in the 3rd.
See if the Crusaders can whittle away at that lead with Schreiber out.
Here is Hawkinson into front court. Here side circle. Off to Keller. 3:28 left here in the 3rd. 48-32. Alexander driving through traffic, forces his way into the lane, up and good with the left hand.
Great control there by Max.
48-34, lead is 14.
Good help defense by Hawkinson.
Out the other way. Josh Jordan up top. Works it inside and score it for Tajon McDaniel.
Smart play made that time by Max Alexander. He couldn't risk getting a 4th there.
Now Max is fouled by A.J. Johnson on the inbound play. That'll be the 3rd on Johnson.
And South has watched the halftime adjustments that Andover made. They've manned up A.J. Johnson on Max and had him face guarding, talking to him, pulling at his jersey, trying to get in his head this half.
Yeah, it's just basically, hey, we're going to beat your best player up. That's kind of what that equates to. Here is Vogt. Jack, spin move hard into Johnson. Johnson, no, big fella. You can, you moved your feet, my friend. You can't move your feet.
And that's the 4th spot on Johnson, so.
And Johnson will go out.
And Schreiber will come in. And if Schreiber can get number 4, that really.
Great take by Jack at the stripe. First free throw, good. Well, I mentioned the Photo Cowboy here tonight. For great shots of tonight's games, go online to photocowboy.com. Catching great moments for the past 40 years online at photocowboy.com.
And the Photo Cowboy, a proud Buhler grad.
50-36. Lead is 14. And South the other way. 2:37 left in the 3rd. Here is Youngins. Dribbling through traffic, tried to step around Hernandez and whistled for a travel.
It'll be the 3rd turnover on South this half, 8th overall.
Here comes Buhler, trying to cut into a 14-point lead. Alexander past the defender, dishes off, far side 3, no, missed by Jack Vogt. Rebound South. Taken by Tajon McDaniel. Off to Josh Jordan. Here side circle to Youngins. Jordan up top. He'll lob it low to McDaniel, and he gets to the rim again. Boy, Reed Scott not wanting to pick up a 4th foul. Not able to guard normally like he would inside, and it's 52-36. Buhler the other way. Alexander Pull up left side, in and out, no good. Rebound Schreiber for South. Schreiber going all the other way. Kicks in the corner to Barber. The three is short. Barber gets his own rebound. Put back with a right is good.
So Barber follows his shot. And the one-arm floater in the lane, good, unfortunately.
54-36 in a full timeout. 1:31 left in the third. Back in 1 minute here on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
Need a little morale pick-me-up in your office? Did you know updating your old fluorescent troffers with flat panel LEDs can boost employee morale and productivity? Sunflower Electric will come to your office, lay out a design, and provide a free estimate that can have big dividends. New flat panel LEDs give better lighting output using less wattage and lasting longer, which means savings for you. Call today at 620-662-0531 or stop by your local Sunflower Electric supply in Hutchinson, Great Bend, or Liberal.
When you're running a business, you don't have time for internet that slows you down. IdeaTech is here to bring your business internet freedom. Freedom from high prices, freedom from slow service, and freedom from bad customer support. If you're ready to do business with a local company that cares about you, give IdeaTech a call at 620-543-5000 or visit ideatech.com and contact us through the Hook Me Up button on the homepage. Your internet freedom awaits.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
So I was watching Caden Barber come back. His last name is Barber. What do you think of the haircut? I mean, did Chris Shank ever have that look in high school?
When my hair's like this, I call myself a hippie.
He's got the long flowing locks. Here's Max dribbling through traffic and stolen away. Ahead to Schreiber. Schreiber's going to try and reverse dunk. And Jordan missed in the first half. Schreiber didn't miss there. 56-36 lead, 20 now a steal. Boy, Buhler's just trying to force stuff now. Oh, call the foul. Call the foul. Hanging on the rim.
Yeah. Did you see the footage of the
that is unnecessary
goal that broke in a high school game?
As Jordan dunks it home. Now Hernandez fouled in the lane. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Well, Youngins is going to get called for the foul. I do know that.
22-point lead, 58-36. Hawkinson set to return for Buhler. Crusader basketball brought to you by the Bruce Isaacson Agency, by IdeaTech, Apple Lane Animal Hospital, by Phoenix Restoration, and by the Buhler Booster Club. Mr. Schmidt is over here frustrated. So Devin Youngins is fouled for his second. That's impressive, the reverse dunk by Schreiber.
Yeah. It's they've got some guys that can play above the rim. You can see why they're undefeated and ranked as high as they are up in 5A.
Boy, Reed Scott coming out of the game, it looks like he's mad enough to eat nails. It has been a night, huh? Voth tries the three, missed. Rebound Josh Jordan. Hands everywhere. So long, so athletic.
Looks like South's going to hold for the last shot of the quarter.
Boy, you think about how much this team has developed too. We played this team at South last year and won by 12. No, check that. Won by 15.
Wow.
69-54. Beat them December 13th at South. Shot 51% of the game. Max had 23. Josh Jordan had 26 in that game. Inside, they'll not get a shot off. Good defensive stand in the final 30 seconds. And that'll get us to the fourth quarter. Your score, Salina South 58, Buhler 36. Fourth quarter coming up in 1 minute on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, all great teams include a great defensive strategy. That's what insurance is all about. Strategy to defend you, your family, and your possessions. This is Jordan Fee. I'm proud to help our clients plan their strategy of protection through the broad range of services we offer at Fee Insurance Group. Call to find out how we can protect your health, life, property, business, and even your retirement savings. Since 1883, we've been here to stand between you and risk.
Visit feeinsurancegroup.com, your local trusted choice agent.
Are you building a house?
A swimming pool?
Are your lights flickering?
Call Schmidt Electric.
That's Schmidt Electric. 620-960-6755. Schmidt Electric will take care of all your electrical needs.
Got Spock?
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Well, back here at the field house, 58-36. I was just checking the radar. We're going to drive home in some snow, fellas.
That's what I was going to ask you, Aaron Merrill Teller West.
It's snowing outside.
Wow.
We haven't seen any of that in a while. I'm not sure what that looks like. Oh, there are a couple places up in north central Kansas where they had a foot earlier this week.
I was talking to a friend in the big city of Columbus, Nebraska earlier today, and yeah, they got about 1.5 feet up yonder.
Here's Isaiah Hernandez, far side Jack Voth. Jack drives inside, missed the shot, in and out, no good. Rebound Colin Schreiber.
Great.
Boy, what a hustle play by Jack Voth. He won't get the steal, but knocked it away from Schreiber. Went after it, and he broke part of the scores table over there on the other side.
Yeah, Jack definitely not giving up. That's a good sign because it's been a frustrating second half.
South with the ball on a drive. Youngins shot short and tried to follow his own shot with a rebound, and it goes off his fingertips out of bounds.
So Buhler will get the ball back with 7.5 left to go in this fourth, and it's big for the Crusaders now at this point when you're down by 20-plus points in the fourth to just see what kind of moxie you've got.
Yeah, this is a good time for young kids to get in off the benches. They got another top 3 opponent from 3A coming up this Friday.
Buhler turns it over. Here's Schreiber the other way and lays it in. And South wants a timeout. 60-36. Another full timeout. Lead is, wow, 24. 7:10 left. Back in a minute on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
The veterinarians and staff at Appalachian Animal Hospital would like to wish the Buhler Crusader basketball teams a healthy and successful season. The same level of hard work, dedication, and commitment to excel on the court is what we do at Appalachian Animal Hospital. We continue to invest in new diagnostics and technology to make every effort to give you and your pet the best care possible. Go Crusaders!
Mid-Kansas Credit Union, serving Central Kansas from their locations in Moundridge and Buhler. Take control of your accounts and sign up for online banking at mkcu.com with features like remote capture deposit and online bill pay. Member owned and proudly supporting Crusader arts, athletics, and academics. Mid-Kansas Credit Union at 200 West 2nd in Buhler and in Moundridge. Member NCUA.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
Well, interesting for the South Cougars. The 6 seniors on this team, and they lose a lot next year. Schreiber, Jordan, Johnson, Evans, Youngins, and Hayes all gone. And Cade Barber. That's 7 seniors. Our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. Heston won over Central Plains tonight. Swather 72, Central Plains 24. Heston is 10-0. So the path forward does not get easier on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, Heston's always a tough, very well-coached team with lots and lots of athletes.
Coach Raleigh, who's been a staple there.
One of the big wheels of MAYB basketball.
Here's Jack Voth with a turn around in the lane. That's good. Boy, great family. Of course, his son Grant and all he went through with his injuries. Here's Terrell Evans with a 3 on the other end.
Evans now with 9.
63-38. Both again to the bucket. Shot missed. Rebound tapped out. Let's see if Barber can dunk it. He will just lay it up and in.
Barber could feel Max Alexander breathing down his neck, so he waited for Max to go flying by and pivoted and kissed it off the window.
65-38. Jack for 3. Got it! Big J having a game.
He continues to pour them in.
65-41.
Speaking of pouring them in, Barber.
Cade Barber with a three the other way. 68-41. 5:50 left. Now a pass inside. Out of bounds. Back to South.
Jackson Hayes will return.
The 7th senior for the South Cougars in. And Josh Jordan out.
Well, if you're Buhler, like you said, even though game's out of hand, you want to just continue to play hard and try to battle that final horn.
Well, Jack Vogt has tied his career high tonight with 22. Youngins for three.
He released that one, and you could tell he knew it was good. From the instant he let go.
And the lead is 30. Well, this one's going to look ugly when it's over on the stat sheet. Jack again for three, and missed. Rebound South. Wow, if you're Coach Hooper, 5 minutes left, you're up by 30. And when do you call it off?
I don't know. I mean, this South team, I mean, you can see why they are the champions of the SIT. It was a rugged field this year up in Salina. And
that's going to be a battle in 5A. I'm kind of glad they're up in 5A. Schreiber inside scored 73-41. You've got Andover and Hernandez, long three, good for Isaiah. First bucket of the night for the junior.
Good to see him hit one from the exterior of the.
You know, there are going to be some other good teams out there up in the Kansas City area in 5A that are good. That'll be a fight for the championship in 5A. And Coach Hooper calling him off as he brings his starters out. Ethan standby in for Buhler, the 5'10 sophomore. Skripsic goes to the bench. He's given him good minutes tonight. Andrew Kaiser in, so is Zachary Davidson, along with Brant Cox, Jackson Hayes, and Carter Kopis. So Hayes, check that with the ball. Into the hands of Kopis. South to improve to 9-0. And Coach Hooper wants a timeout. 3:50 left here from Jim Baker on this Tuesday. 73-44. Back in 30 seconds on HKFM of the Crusaders Sports Network.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier two-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today to learn more about what we have to offer. Visit hutchcc.edu/admissions for more information.
Hi, this is Brett Henry, and for the past 75 years at Adams Brown Barron & Ball, we've served Kansas and America. To celebrate our 75th anniversary, we have rebranded to Adams Brown, Strategic Allies, and CPAs. For more information on our exciting changes, check out adamsbrowncpa.com and see why we are above and beyond.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
3:40 left here in the field house. South on the inbound, shot inside, missed by Brant Cox. 73-44 at Heston on Friday. Next home game will be February 2nd against Wichita Collegiate. Here's Jack inside, a hard take, and a charge taken by Andrew Kaiser. That'll be the third on Jack.
Rats, tough break there for the Crusaders.
Alexander, Voth, Hernandez, stand by, and the first time we've seen Tegan Tuschen tonight, 6'1 senior.
Well, February 2nd, that's one of my favorite days of the entire year.
Is it?
Yes.
Glad to know that.
It's a big holiday. Come on, fellas.
What holiday?
Probably Groundhog Day, I'm guessing. A shot left side, Kaiser missed. Rebound up top, three missed by Jackson Hayes. Rebound loose, taken by South.
You only talk about Groundhog Day when you're down 30.
So you watch the movie every year?
Oh, heck yeah.
And then you forget you watched it, and you watch it again. Play inside, stripped.
Great hustle.
Stamba with a hustle play, taking it away from Zachary Davidson. And they're going to call a foul on Davidson. Grant Ricker and Jack Voth back in.
Sixth team foul on South, so if they foul any Crusaders to close things out, it's going to put us on the line.
Here comes Wade Meyer, the sophomore, and a guard into the ball game. He'll replace Isaiah Hernandez.
So all sophomore look except for Tegan Tustian.
Meyer could be a pretty good player. Puts on some weight before his junior year, don't you think?
Yes, no doubt.
Here's Jack with a hard take.
Some of the future right now for the Crusaders on the floor.
Foul inside Zachary Davis. It'll be his second, 7th team foul. It's going to be Jack Voth. So Jack's at 22 and at the line trying to set a new career high tonight. First free throw on the way is good. There it is at 23.
Big night for the big fella. Yeah, the scoring for Buhler has been limited to just 4 players.
Well, tough tonight. Here comes Diedrich Willard Trask into the ballgame. Both out with those 2 free throws. He'll finish with 24 points. Yeah, that is one thing. Tough. You get the usual scoring from Alexander and Voth, but they've got to have some other guys contribute as well. There's a 3 missed by Jackson Hayes. Rebound Buhler with 47 seconds left. Got to get some scoring from some other places. Ricker missed, pull up right side, 15-footer, rebound South. 3 the other way, missed back iron by Carter Kopus. Rebound Buhler, here comes Ricker. Grant Ricker plays it off to Tegan Tustian. Tegan Tustian for 3, there is the senior's first basket of the year. Tegan Tustian for 3.
Good to see the guys still trying to play here at the end.
Tustian who'd been 0 for 4 from the field prior to that shot. And South will run it out with 6 seconds left. They're going to win it. 73-49 is the final. So South improving to 9-0 on the year. They've got Newton on the road on Friday. The Crusaders are now 7-3. And they will take on the undefeated Heston Swathers at Heston on Friday night. 73-49 the final. Shirt Shack postgame coming up here on HKFM of the Crusaders Sports Network.
Stay tuned for the Shirt Shack postgame show. Shirt Shack, where the shirt hits the fans. Coming up, the Whifco Steel Products Player of the Game. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Crusader basketball on HKFM.
At H&R Block, we're here all year at tax time or anytime to help get answers for your tax questions. Stop by H&R Block in Hutch at 2nd and Washington, on the Square in Lyons, or in downtown Ellsworth today. Get your taxes won at H&R Block.
1947. It was the year the McKenzie Paint and Body Shop opened for business. That's over 70 years they've been serving the mid-Kansas area with quality workmanship, excellent refinishing, paint, and restoration. McKenzie Paint and Body Shop specializes in foreign and domestic vehicles. Insurance claims are welcome and 24-hour towing and recovery service is available. At McKenzie Paint and Body Shop, they take the dents out of accidents. Just over the bridge at 45 Kansas Avenue in South Hutchinson.
Hutch Rec is your community recreation provider. We're passionate in bringing healthy living opportunities through our youth and adult sports, wellness and fitness classes, and several of our community events and races. We're also your community spirit provider, offering endless recreational opportunities at Dillon Nature Center, Senior Center at Elmdale Park, the Sports Arena, plus Hutch Rec downtown. See all of the community spirit and healthy living opportunities Hutch Rec provides your community at hutchrec.com and on our Hutch Rec Facebook page.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader basketball on HKFM.
And back here in the Shirt Shack post game on Crusader basketball, brought to you by Cargill Salt, by Countryside Feed, by Yoder Meats, and by Crable Tree Clearing. We'll go inside our final numbers tonight. Brought to you by Adams Brown Strategic Allies and CPAs, proudly serving businesses in Kansas for the past 70 years. Once upon a time, Buhler had a 6-point lead in this game. They were up 14-8 in the first. Actually, and South goes on that run, cut it to 3 at the end of one. Tied at 18, middle second. And from there, South would just kind of slowly build their lead. Got it to 30 plus in the second half. They went at 73-43. Boy, they've got a little bit of everything. They can shoot. They defend really well. They're athletic. They're fast. They've got size. Pretty much a complete team.
Yeah, I came away from tonight's game with a couple things. Number one, thankful that we are in 4A and they're in 5A. Number two,
yes,
that, like you said, that team is deep. I mean, they had a lot of different people that were pretty dang good athletes. You think about Schreiber. I mean, their big guy. I mean, he could do just about anything. And, you know, Buhler is a good team this year, you know, has played well. But, you know, that South buzzsaw we ran into kind of once they got things going in that second quarter, it was tough to compete.
Hey, absolutely. Individual scoring tonight, 19 from Josh Jordan, 10 from Colin Schreiber, 8 from A.J. Johnson. Terrell Evans with 9, Devin Youngins with 9, Tajon McDaniel with 6, and Cade Barber with 10. For the Crusaders, career best 24 tonight for Max. Or check that for Jack Voth. Max Alexander finished with 16. Tegan Tustian, that 3 right there at the end of the game. His first points as a Crusader, 3 for Isaiah Hernandez and 2 for Braden Skripsik. And tough tonight on several fronts. Buhler got off to the great start, but I still just think, you know, so much basketball in the last 3 weeks, a lot to ask of these guys. And unlike South, right now, not as deep, obviously. And when you don't get scoring up and down the lineup, they don't get some contributions from some places they normally do, and that makes it hard to keep up. So,
yeah, and, you know, the thing, you know, we talked about it before this week even got going, that, you know, if the guys could get through this week 2-1 with how difficult of a stretch it is, you know, that'd be something that you can feel good about, you know, going forward. And, yeah, it's out of the fire and into the frying pan with the Swathers waiting for us on Friday over East.
Yeah, and 2 days rest is going to make a heck of a difference. I mean, going up against Jake Proctor and the Heston Swathers on Friday, but 2 days of rest, these guys are going to watch film, they're going to rest, they're going to ice themselves, and then they're going to get in the gym here these next 2 days, get shots up, watch film, redo the plays, and really evaluate their play. They've played a lot of basketball here, and they have a lot that they can go back and watch. I mean, they didn't do awful things. They have a lot of good things to do. It's always those little things, though, that'll come back and bite you.
And kind of a little thing tonight that's, you know, hurt Buhler. You know, Reed, Scott getting into foul trouble, that changes the defensive complexity. And when you're dealing with a team as talented as South, you need all hands on deck defensively. And I felt like our guys played pretty good defense, but South is one of those teams that are just so quick. They punish you. If you turn the ball over, you know, you've got somebody flying at you at the other end. And, yeah, that South team.
Well, you talk about the lack of depth. You know, Reed Scott gets in foul trouble, and you've got Tayton Hawkinson playing the
Banged
4.
Up. Yes.
And that's tough.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and Tayton, there was a couple times tonight that, you know, if he's at full strength, he probably would have been a little bit more apt to take a charge. But, you know, with him playing with that knee, you know, I don't blame him for not trying to be a brick wall, especially with some of those guys from South, because, I mean, they attack the rim so dang hard.
Boy, Max took a hard one inside tonight on Colin Schreiber that winced a little bit getting up. Well, our Dix Phillips 66 Phillip of the game. Phillip on top-tier gasoline, snacks, and more. Dix Phillips 66, 4th and Stevens in Hutchinson. Family owned since 1963. Every journey begins with a stop at Dix Phillips 66. Will take you back to the 1:11 mark in the second. 90 seconds to go in the quarter. And Max will 12. Back it up off to Skripsik. Far side, far corner, Vogt. Corner to Jack Hernandez. On the 3. It's good.
Huge bucket for both. Gets the Crusaders back to within single digits.
And that was 3 of Jack Vogt's 24 tonight.
It's good. Huge bucket for both. Gets the Crusaders back to within. Yeah, great just to see him continue to develop. And, I think, too, some of those contested shots he put up in the lane, just lots of confidence. And, had a big night for the Crusaders. And like you said, Aaron, when scoring was harder up and down the lineup, we really needed him to crank out some points.
All right, more of our Sure Check postgame coming up after this timeout on HKFM and the Crusaders Sports Network.
Check post-game show coming up on HFM. Stream tonight's game live on your smartphone or tablet with the Ad Astra Radio app and on your smart speaker with TuneIn, powered by Nextech Wireless.
Do you bleed maroon and white? Do you want to help the students of BHS in their extracurricular activities? The Buhler High Booster Club helps support hundreds of students each year. To join, stop by the Buhler Closet at any home game or email BuhlerBoosterClub@gmail.com.
Rise Up Reno and Tommy Galindo want to remind you that mentorship matters. Youth with mentors are 46% less likely to use.
I dropped out of school early, got into the system from drugs, and it just, it tore my life apart. I ruined other lives, and I got incarcerated.
To become a mentor, visit us online. Rise Up Reno.
Come visit us at Buhler Dental Care. Our friendly and experienced staff is here to help give you the best care around, and we like to have some fun and get to know you while you spend time with us. From regular fillings, cleanings, dental implants, or even if we have to, extractions, we can provide the treatments you need. We are always accepting new patients, so be sure to call us at 620-543-2768 to schedule your next appointment, or email online at drdaldes@gmail.com. Buhler Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
You're listening to Buhler Crusader Basketball on HKFM.
Well, back here in our Sure Check post game, we'll give you our Wifco Steel Products Player of the Game tonight. From storage tanks to steel walkways, stairways, and platforms, Wifco Steel Products, the expert in steel fabrication. Online at wifcosp.com. Hard not to zero in again on Jack Voth.
Great evening for Jack. He was perfect from the foul line, which, and making those fouls, or making those shots after you're getting fouled in the act of shooting says a lot about his toughness. And, something else, he got those 2 fouls in the first half, and against a really good offensive team like we're dealing with in South, to play as good a defense as he did and finish the game with only 3 fouls, that's a pretty good accomplishment.
Absolutely. Our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard, of course, guys fall 73-44. Girls had a great 2.5 quarters tonight. Zone defense really frustrated South, and they were up in the second half. South, though, goes on that run, ends up winning by 10 tonight. Actually, won it by 9, 41-32. But again, even shorthanded without Lauren Specht, saw some good things. We're seeing stretches of good basketball from this team. Now they've just got to put it all together for 4 quarters.
Yeah, the Lady Crusaders played so much better than we did in that first round of the SIT, and so good to see them continuing to make progress. And like you said, with Specht being out, some other people had to step up, and great effort inside by Hainan offensively and defensively. Hutton had her normal great defensive game, and Horning dropped some good shots from on the floor as well.
All right, Coach making his way over. We'll get thoughts from him on the game coming up. Taryn Horning had 7 in that game, 8 for Mallory Hainan. Lady Crusaders 3-8, Crusader men 7-3, and we've got Heston on the road coming up on Friday. Sterling College basketball tomorrow night on the network. The Warriors will be at Bethany to take on the Swedes at 6 and 8 here on HKFM. And, of course, continuing coverage this week of our Rots Tire and Service midseason tournament weeks presented by Hutchinson Community College. Action on our Ad Astra Sports Network from the Haven Wildcat Classic down in Haven and from the Falcon Classic out at Fairfield. You can go to adastraradio.com to learn more. Thoughts from Coach here. Coach, you get off to the solid start. You have that lead early, and then South really showed what they're capable of. They just have so many guys that they can run at you. They're all athletic. They're fast. They can all shoot. Tough team.
Oh, they're really good, and they're
seniors, and they're just, there's a reason they're undefeated. Just won their tournament, and we don't make excuses. I mean, I don't want to take away from that what they did, but I mean, this is our 5th game in 6 days, our 4th in 5 days, and it's their 2nd. And they're good enough. They don't need to be fresh. And the guys, there's sometimes you just got to tip your hat because, the one kid that had three went like 3 for 3 from the line, number 5. I mean, coming into tonight, he was I think 1 for 6 on the year, and guys are just making shots that normally don't make them, and guys that we needed to be able to help off of, and because obviously they've got good size and quickness, whatever. And man, you just sometimes just tip your cap to them. And we got desperate. We started, turning over we were trying too hard to make plays. I told the guys, I thought Max was trying to be over aggressive, but I thought except for Jack, the rest of you were not aggressive enough, and we got to find a balance between, those guys got to find a balance. But, what I was proud of is they never quit playing hard. I mean, at the end of the game, Jack was diving on the floor, playing his heart out. Max was playing really hard. They all were playing hard. I mean, Reed had pulled a groin, and so he was hurting, and they're tough enough anyway. Taden just battled, coming back. I mean, just a lot of things against us on that game. But like I said, I was so proud of them that they didn't quit playing, and it's just unbelievable. I mean, it's just unreal. Not that they were making shots, but honestly, the guys who were making shots for them. There's nothing you can do when that happens. Just one of those nights.
Absolutely. So you'll get 2 days off for the first time in over a week, that you'll have back-to-back days where you don't have a basketball game. Yeah. So I'm sure at this point that team can really use it.
Oh, these kids are so tired, and that we got off to a good start. Then we got tired, and it is what it is. We're not a particularly deep team by any means, as we know, and. So fortunately, the rest of the way, I don't think we'll go any back-to-backs, and these kids need a break, and it's that's what we're talking about. That usually, the Tuesday to Friday feels like a quick turnaround because it's only that 2 days off, and the Friday to Tuesday is a longer one. Hey, we're like, wow, 2 days is going to feel like an eternity, and then we get to play the number 1 team in Class 3A.
It was also undefeated.
Also undefeated.
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't had a game. I don't think anybody's played them within 18 points. I think that's been their closest game. So, so the hits keep coming, but at least we'll have 2 days off to try to recharge and come out and get ourselves ready to go.
All right, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Okay,
appreciate you. See you Friday.
All right, thanks.
It's Coach Ryan Swanson as we wrap up our broadcast tonight. Friday, we'll see you in Heston. The Heston Swathers and the Buhler Crusaders. 6 o'clock for our ladies' game, 7:45 for the guys. We'll be on 5:35 Friday with our Midway Motors drive to the game. Be careful out there tonight. A little bit of snow and slickness. Drive home safely. We'll see everybody on Friday. My thanks to Carson Moeller, Chris Schenk, our videographer tonight, Bradley Neal, and Heath Stroder back in the studio. Here in the West, have a pleasant good evening. You've been listening to Crusader Basketball on HKFM and the Crusader Sports Network.
Personal Injury Law Firm is celebrating 20 years of helping victims recover their health and lives after a serious accident. Serving Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Colorado, our success stems from valuing